on here. Let me see. Do this. I forgot this is my second page. I need to be posting it up more. Who got this? My second page. I need to be posting it up more. Who I got? I got one person in here. I like this. It remind me of the days when I first started. There's one person in here. Who do I have the pleasure of entertaining? Hold on 1 second. What? Boy, I gotta build this page up. Keep going. Oh, it got me up in Thailand. Oh, I got it. Oh, they finally sending out notifications. Thank you. I don't even know how to pronounce your name, but whoever put the E's on there, I saw what you was doing. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thai people is nice, man. I'm not even, some of them, they nice. But thank you, whoever that Thai person is. I appreciate you. Forsaken Lover. What's up, man? I'm just coming here having a little fun last live stream for the year. I don't live stream on my main page. I don't live stream on my main page anymore. It's a it's more of a risk now, so I stopped doing it. Hit that like button while y'all in here. Man, I got some people. Are y'all all new folks, or I got some people in here that's been following me? Because it is something I want to talk about. But if I have nothing but new folks in here, there's no reason to talk about it. Damn, I can catch a white boy staring at me miles away. What the fuck this dude looking at, man? He all the way. I ain't got no problem with white people. I'm sorry. I ain't got no problem with white people. This dude is literally 3 levels. He's still staring. He's still staring. It is what it is. Same old, same old. It is some stuff I wanted to talk about, but I don't think I got some long-time subscribers on here. I think I'll have to go on my main page for that. You have to go on the main page. Well, we here now, man. Where y'all at? Where y'all? Happy New Year. Y'all, the people watching, y'all, Thailand, where y'all at? Let me see my teeth. Yeah, I'm gonna get me some Invisaligns for the bottom. But I got, okay, it look good. Got my teeth clean. DT15, what's up? Okay, I'm starting to see some names I recognize. Am I at an amusement park? No, no, I'm at this mall. I'm at this mall. I was in Vietnam for a while. Yes, yes, goodies. What's up? Man, I'm glad y'all popping up. I'm glad y'all popping up. Next year, I'm gonna work on this page much more because my main page done became a business. It is what it is. That's what I came on YouTube for. So the shit that we was doing, like live streaming every day, man, we used to have 400 people in the house. Every vertical live stream used to have 400 or 500 people in there with no streaming booths, with nobody, like real people. It wasn't people botting our shit. But now, since I turned my page into an actual business, I can't be just recklessly live streaming on there anymore. So we can use that for this page. Forsaken, what's going on? Yeah, so we can use that for this page, man. I'm about ready to come home, man. Real talk. I'm not scared of getting nuked anymore. I learned a lot, like traveling the world. Vinny Nichols, what's up, Vinny? Yeah, what's up with you, man? Okay, you got some real people up in the house. Man, it's been a long time, Vinny. You like my YouTube family, man. Hey, what's up, Vinny? Vinny up in the house, man. I didn't have enough people in here to put the tripod out. I might have to pull the tripod out. Might have to. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Those of y'all that ain't traveled or went around the world, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is the page where I can talk. I don't give a fuck if there's 5 of y'all in here. I can talk. I can't talk like this on my main. I mean, I can. It's my page, but it's just not good for business. On this page, I can talk, and it is what it is. I'm only 100 subs away from getting monetized on this page, so I'm gonna work hard at some point next year to get this page monetized. So I just don't be on here just talking for whatever, you know. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Vinny been around for a while, so I know Vinny know, but I wanted to go overseas and I wanted to live overseas because I needed a break from that American white supremacist shit. And you want to know what I found? It actually made me a little bit more depressed. Because what I ended up finding out that the way that I was thinking is that, we already know they lie on us and they do certain shit. We already know that, right? Got a whole system against us. Then when we fight back, when we call them out on shit, victim mentality. We ain't gonna go through all that. But I felt like if I get out of America, I can see the better side of humans. I can see the better side of white people. All of that. You know what I found out? And the only person that I saw that kind of gave me a warning of this was Malcolm X. When he came back from overseas, when he spent time overseas, and he was like, man, this is much bigger than what I thought. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And you ain't gonna learn this just from visiting a country a couple days or taking a vacation. You only learn this when you stay in a region for a long time, like I did. They fucked this whole world up for us. For us, though. Talk to your pets. I don't know what this is. I'm just going. This is my second page, so I don't care. But what the fuck? I don't even know what this is. I'm gonna go on Insta or IG after that. Talk to your pets. I don't know what the hell. Let me take this off here. I don't know what that is. But anyway, yeah, man. They destroyed a lot of shit. Places that we don't even be at, they inserted a color code there. Like dark skin is bad, all kinds of shit. The Meter Savage, what's up? Yeah, if you talking about what we talking about, DT15, yeah, it gets depressing. Places you ain't even been at, they got a color code there, right? So they set it up for you that when you do want to go somewhere, we want to make sure, look, I'm not bragging because this ain't nothing to brag about, right? It's actually sad, but we were born into this, and there's no other race that I'd rather be than my own. There's no other. Oh, Malcolm Luther King, what's up? You know, I ain't been streaming on this page for a while, so I ain't gonna front. When I first saw that, I was like, okay, I got him. I gave him a wrench, so I know he must have been cool at some point. But I don't even know if I be having enemies on here or not. So I appreciate. Yo, hello, hello, hello. Dark ties, they gonna always be cool, right? Anyway, uh, um, let me get back to what I was saying, right? Um, these people, they set it up for where anywhere you go, you're gonna have problems. I'm no longer offended that those people in Israel calling themselves or think that they the chosen ones or whatever. I'm not offended by that. If you want to be that, go ahead. The real people that's that, it's real for us. They set it up negatively for places that we ain't even been to by the color code. They set up the color code. It's not natural. It's not humane. That's another thing they were teaching us in high school. That racism is something we're born with and it's just human. We don't know how to solve it. That's a lie from the devil. That's a lie from the devil. That's ain't nothing. If I wanted to, I could do a whole breakdown on the guy that set up the whole color code. There was no such thing as race, folks. They created race, and they created race for the purpose of separating us. Back in the before they came around doing what they doing, yeah, there was disagreements. There was a little hate going on, but it was based on ethnicity, tribes, tongues, stuff like that. It wasn't based on color of your skin and stuff like that. They set up a color code around this world. When you go, listen, man, don't listen to nobody tell you that Vietnam, they like black people or they're not racist. Because you'll hear people that be in Vietnam 2 days and be like, oh yeah, Vietnam, they love black people. That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you how you know. In Vietnam, when they on their bikes, they're all fully covered from head to toe. They don't have a smidget of their skin showing. A smidget of their skin showing, right? I didn't recognize that first. That should have been a sign they don't like you, dog. That should have been a sign. It says, am I in Thailand? Yeah, right now I am. I've been going back and forth between Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. I almost left last week. They be lying about Airbnbs, and I don't know. I don't really like this Airbnb, but it's right on the river. So when I woke up, I kind of, because I was about to cancel it and just go to Vietnam for a while. But yeah, so that's one thing I learned. It just made me more, it made me more, how can I say this? Concerned. Now, some of y'all know the end of the story. They're gonna lose at the end of this story. But the fucked up part about it is we gotta endure through it. But they're gonna lose by the end of this story. The story is written. They can't unchange and what they're doing now is they trying to do as much damage and get as much as they can. You know what I mean? Before their time is up. Before, their time of ruling and dominance is over. So they just squeezing the juice out right now. That's all they doing. But yeah, man, they fucked this world up. They fucked this world up. I don't ever want to hear them talk about how, because to be honest with you, black people, we doing them a favor. We doing, and it's not all of us. A lot of it is our house Negroes. P. Morton, what's up? So when was the last time I had a live, bro? July? Had to be July? Shit, yo, we've been on a run. My number on my main page this last month has been bad, but that's December. I don't know what it is about the algorithm. The algorithm don't like us in December. The last 3 years, all my numbers drop in December. Here's the thing, though. January, every January, the last two years, January, actually the last 3 years. I got my first 100,000 view video last January, 3 years ago. In the last 2 Januaries, each one I had a video crack 500,000 views. So I'm expecting this January not to be different. Every January, it shut me down for December. It shut me down for December. In January, it like almost compensates for it. So I didn't do well this last December. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be to eat a lot of luxurious meals in January, because what you do in December, you get paid for January. But I don't expect, just like the last 2 Januaries, I expect to be overcompensated this next January. I expect my numbers to go crazy, which they have been for January. But man, I ain't talked to no Americans in a while. Like, so I'm just gonna say it like this. Last time I did is July, and we went on a run. We've been on a run since July. Since July, all the way to December. Our videos was exploding, man. So I couldn't do no live streams on there. Live streams fucked that up. That's why I kept telling y'all, come to the second page. Come to the second page. I kept telling y'all, come to my second page. I'm gonna stop live streaming on this page. I think y'all thought I was playing. But I'm gonna fix this page up. I'm gonna probably call it Moxie Ultra. I'm gonna get a new avatar. I'm gonna make this professional, and next year this gonna be the live stream page. And I'm gonna do reactions on here. I don't do reactions on my other page anymore. I don't know who this guy is. It is what it is. Since there's a few of y'all on here, and I know you, P. Morton, you might know about this. P. Morton. Man, let me put my let me P. Morton on here. Let me go ahead and put I want to talk to you, P. Morton. If I don't talk to nobody on here, I want to talk to you. We got something to talk about, P. Morton. Let me put my tripod on real quick. I don't keep y'all that long. I'm happy the 5-6 of y'all that came in here. I kind of don't even want to be in the limelight like that anymore. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. So let me ask you something, Pete Morton. Hopefully you still there. Have you heard? Have you seen what's happening to the passport bros right now? Pete Morton, are you there, Pete Morton? You might be the only one that we can have this conversation right now. Have you heard what happened to the passport bros, Pete Morton? Or anybody. I'm directing it to Pete Morton. Just got on my channel, restarting too. Yeah. Vinny, YouTube is all about consistency. I know you got a family and all that, you take breaks and shit, but every time you take a break, YouTube penalize that ass. It is what it is. He said, oh yeah, that boy is a goner. Look, I told people, no one can, I wish anybody would ever try to put me into that group. Because I told y'all, right? There's people like P. Morton, there's people like me, and there's people like the passport bros, right? Y'all ain't see me coming on here with no prostitutes, trying to act like I'm with some regular woman. Y'all didn't see me come on here lying on what was going on here. I was telling y'all. I was like, yo, these dudes it ain't about having a passport and traveling, right? I don't care what happens on he ain't making the trial. Austin was worried. He said he ain't making it to trial. It is what it is, man. I got something to say about that. I'm gonna say something in a minute about that. But I'm gonna explain to y'all what happened. DT15, so y'all can keep up, so it don't sound like we having a personal conversation. DT15, Vinny, I'm gonna explain to y'all what's going on. Matter of fact, let me do that now, so I don't seem like I'm talking in circles with y'all. So this is Passport Bro, and when I say Passport Bro, let me. Some of y'all think Passport Bro is somebody that got a black person that has a passport and they traveling. That's simple. That's not what a Passport Bro is. A Passport Bro is men that are frustrated with America and the dating scene, right? And they go to other countries to date the women. So it's sex tourism. I never fit into that category. When I was in Pattaya, did I deal with a couple women there? Yeah. A couple women got some coins out of me, nothing more than $30, $40. Most of them I was with for free, but if y'all know that area, you paying in some type of way. But I didn't come on here and brag about that. I told y'all what it is. Spiritually, that city is dark. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Hold on. 'Cause I'm getting off topic. Yo, thank you, Vinny. I appreciate it. Let me get back on topic. Anyway, so now we got what Passport Bro is. It's dudes that's in the sex tourism. They go to Colombia, they go to Brazil, they go to Kenya, they go to DR, and they go to Thailand. Them is the 5 countries, right? I'm starting to see, if y'all remember last time when I was streaming, I was streaming from Vietnam, right? Now they all starting to go to Vietnam. But they're not gonna do that to Vietnam because Vietnam don't have a red light district. I stayed in Vietnam for 6 months. I ain't had no problem meeting anybody. First of all, I wasn't out there to meet women, but I ain't had no problem meeting women or anything like that. And they don't have no, they got like Ladyboy red light district. So for me, they don't have no red light district. Nor do I care about going to a red light district. I'm not one of them dudes. That whole sector, that's what they into. That's what they into, right? So one of the dudes that's been to he did content in all of the countries other than Kenya. I don't know if he did stuff in Kenya. I don't know. I heard of this guy vaguely. I'm not gonna say I haven't seen him before, but I don't keep up with Passport Bro content, right? I don't keep up with that content. But I did recognize him from Austin Page, and because I didn't know nothing about it. The person that I saw, the first Passport Bro that I saw videos from was Zoom to Thailand. That's the first Passport Bro that I saw videos from. So in my world, Zoom to Thailand is the biggest Passport Bro. And just to boil this all up, right? A black man in Brazil got caught. He had a child sex trafficking ring there. It was like a child sex trafficking ring in Brazil. But the main thing that they found out about New Mind, what's up? The main thing that they found out about this sex trafficking ring in Brazil is that it had a Passport Bro theme. They were investigating this dude for a whole month, and they didn't move in on him until they found out he was trying to leave Brazil, right? Now, I'm not about to take up for no PDF, right? I'm Pattay's dark, haven't been in a decade. Heck, nowadays the Chinese girls are important to Thais, the Philippines. Yeah. Oh, there was a story. They just arrested some Thai mother out here because she was in Japan selling her 12-year-old. See, I haven't been live for I don't really do lives on my main page anymore because it was hurting my numbers. It was hurting my numbers, and I do owe y'all, because most of y'all rock with me on the live, so I do owe y'all explanation on that. Y'all don't do live streams that much on my main page because it turned into a business. I've been making money off my main page before. When I had a job and I was doing this on the side, it was all like fun and games and shit. Once I lost my job and all I had was YouTube, and I learned how to make money off of it, it became a business, right? I don't be wanting to do all them cap stories and all of that, but it's a sacrifice, right? Negativity pushes on YouTube. I'm not a negative guy. I don't like it. But boy, am I having fun making videos about these rappers, lying ass rappers, and clowning them. That's all the cap stories is. So me not being a negative person, but learning how to make money on YouTube, I had to make some type of sacrifice. And the sacrifice was, okay, we're gonna talk negative. Let's talk negative about people that deserve that shit. Fuck these rappers. Let's go in on them. And that's cap stories. Y'all may not know about YouTube in the sector building, but look, all I gotta do is keep going. In another year or two, I'll probably be worth in the higher six figures. I don't know if y'all know how YouTube works, but it goes by sectors, right? So I'm just gonna explain it to y'all. I never thought I'd be the one to do this. I'm building my own sector. It happened by mistake. It happened with the Snoop Dogg video. That Snoop Dogg video almost near 800,000 views. And I didn't know it, so I started making other videos. You see what I'm saying? But then when I did the Fat Joe shit, I looked at my analytics, and it was pretty much telling me, when you make videos talking bad about rappers, we love that shit. So then I just kept doing it. And we went on a run. We went on a 6-month run. And the phase that my page is in now, because now I got a whole account manager and all of that. As long as my AVD, because my numbers dropped in December, it don't matter. As long as my retention stays up there, they're going to boost my whole catalog. That catalog is like 25 videos deep. So this is for y'all. That ain't even for my main page. Y'all been fucking with me for a long time. I'm only like one breakout video away from exploding. Like I'm like my usual breakout videos, it'd be like 200,000-300,000. That's it. The next 200,000-300,000 video I get, my page is gonna burst wide open. It's gonna burst wide open. I'm willing to bet money this time next year I'll have 200 to 300,000 subs because I'm building my own sector. Like ChatGPT explaining all this to me. I'm building, and I didn't. ChatGPT didn't get me to do that because it's not that good at certain stuff. I figured it out, and then ChatGPT like confirmed it for me. Like, yeah, you building your own sector. So yeah, pretty soon, if you ain't seen it before, pretty soon you're gonna be seeing people doing different versions of Cap Stories, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't think I'm going crazy here, and I don't care if y'all think I'm going crazy here, because I know how this internet shit go, right? In our sector, I'm not talking about white people. I give people their credit, so I'm not talking about white people, right? White people been running our documentary sector of hip hop. They've been running it. And it's easy to explain. You know, we know the culture, we talk the culture, but niggas don't like editing. I hate editing. So these motherfuckers know how to edit though. They edit. So it gives them the ability, if you're good at editing, it gives them the ability to tell our story. So you have on YouTube a whole bunch of people that's not from our culture, right? Telling our story. Like telling our story. You know, I can't blame them for that. You see what I'm saying? I can't. Yo, they hate me. Y'all should see some of the inboxes I be getting from these dudes. They hate me. They feel like I'm going in on their territory. So at some point we gonna have beef, and they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win. But they hate me. They feeling like I'm going into their culture because they're not used to Negroes not only knowing our story but know how to edit. There ain't too many of us in the documentary field of hip hop that's doing too well, if any. I can't think of too many, if any, right? So they reporting my page. They doing all kinds of shit that ain't working, right? There was a point that I was gonna make off of this. Oh, yeah, I don't care about saying this, and y'all may feel some certain type of way, but I'm from Hollywood. I know what goes on behind the scenes, right? I know for a fact this whole making these documentaries talking shit about people and all that 50 Cent is doing, that these other niggas is doing, I made that popular. Me. No one was making those type of videos. If you go ahead and look at 50 Cent's documentary on P. Diddy, all he did, he had real people that knew the man and shit like that. But if you go and look at that and you look at my video I did about P. Diddy, he just built around it. That's all he did. All that stuff he had in there, I already put in my documentary. I be around these motherfuckers. I done been over celebrities' houses. I know what they do is they watch smaller people. Because if you watch smaller people, they feel like they can steal from you and take from you, and you don't have a voice to say anything. Now, am I about to go at 50 and feel like he's stealing from me? No. That's power influence. You want people to do what you're doing. You want like people like to be influenced by you. You see what I'm saying? So I know I got something to do with that. You couldn't convince me I don't. You know what I'm saying? My page start popping, doing those type of documentaries. Now all of a sudden, all these other niggas doing documentaries like that. You see what I'm saying? So, and I am gonna do a 50 Cent Cap story. That's coming in January. 50 Cent Cap story. You know what I mean? But it's all about putting in the work, and you definitely put in the work. I don't believe the algorithm no more because the person that you watch keep up the good work. I appreciate that. I'm gonna tell you what. Well, look, another thing I'm doing next year. I'm going to, and if y'all want to do this, you're gonna have to hop on it quick. It's gonna be by March. First of all, I just finished the book that's about to come out. He said that 50 documentary left out so much on purpose, in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't watch all the episodes. I ain't about to lie and say I watched all that. I watched a few, and then I'm like, man, I know all this shit. I don't know why to everybody else it was just like, we didn't know this or whatever. But yo, I'm doing this Meek Mill Cap story. This might be the funniest one. I'm having a hard time finish editing. It might be the funniest one I ever did, man. Fucking Meek Mill's up. I got top five. Top five send me some threats in my inbox. It is what it is. But 50 Cent, yeah, I'm gonna do a nice little cap story about him. I'm gonna do a nice cap story about him. But anyway, I got off the topic. This is the point that I want to make. I got way off the topic. It's a point that I want to make. I never was down with that Passport Bros stuff. Um, that whole community, I never claimed it. That whole community is destroyed right now, right? Because now what they're doing is they're relating everybody that was in that movement to Floyd, which they should. I don't care. Look, it is what it is, man. And the reason why I say they should, I don't really watch Floyd, but now everybody pulling up videos from this dude, and the way this dude was talking, um, other Passport Bros was talking exactly like that, right? Um, he said, "Have I seen the Floyd guy?" No, listen. I never hung around none of them Passport Bros. I did like one collab with Zoom to Thailand. He said, "Bro had puppets." He did. I mean that's not funny. But I'm sorry, I'm a comedian. I had to laugh at that. I was like, because when I saw he had puppets, I'm like, yo, what the fuck this grown ass man got puppets for? But then when I thought, of why he had puppets, and when I heard the whole story of why he had puppets, it wasn't funny to me no more. It wasn't funny to me no more. I don't wish death upon nobody. I don't wish death upon him. You know, Most High is going whatever happened, the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Have thy will. Have thy will. He's gonna have his will. So whatever happens to him, he put himself in that situation. But when I figured out why he had them puppets, that's dark. It's very dark. It's very dark. And if you ain't figured it out, or maybe some of y'all haven't heard it, the authorities reported that he was working with this mother, right? It's hard to tell. This is hard to tell. I'm not even going to front. He was working with this mom, and he was trying to purchase. Well, I don't know. He was trying to. They said he had something going on with a 6-year-old. Man, he was working along with the mom. For those of y'all that ain't traveled or don't know, ain't never been to some of these other countries, it's as sick as it is. These mothers will try to sell their kids to you. I've never been quiet. Let me tell you what, I had a few people, like that one dude, Big Bass, who I had a moderator on my page. He another one of them dirty ass Passport Bros. I never got along with none of them. And none of them like me because they all, like, they envy me. They want, not like me, but the type of niggas that's like me. They don't like niggas that don't have to pay for sex. They envy us. But all them niggas is weirdos, right? So, what they were saying is that he was working with an older mom and her 6-year-old. Now, right, let me, hold on a second. Give me a second, y'all. I've always been honest with y'all where I go and what I see. And like what I was saying about that Big Bass dude, he came around recording conversations with me, all kinds of shit. All these niggas is weirdos, right? But they couldn't get nothing on me. You know why they couldn't get nothing on me? And was like trying to like find out negative stuff to put about me online? Because I'm the same person offline that I am online. Ain't no switch. When I cut this off, I don't go talking like this and all that. Them other niggas, they're characters. The dude that make all them videos in Thailand, he's a character. When he cut it off, he's not like that. I'm not no character. Do I tell y'all everything? No. But I tell y'all what I be seeing. Vietnam, Thailand, I've had many parents try to give me their kids. I'm talking about little girls, right? I'm not into that. Do I have kids? No, I got nieces, right? It's to the point where I done learn how to ignore it. Because sometimes you don't know that they on it. Because they'll be like, hey, I have to talk to you. Vietnam, I done had 3 parents offer me their kids. No. I go, no. Don't play around with none of that shit, right? And I told y'all this before. This ain't nothing new. When it happened, I tell y'all. I don't have nothing to hide because I'm not none of them niggas. When I was in Pattaya, I remember telling y'all when I was in Pattaya, I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here. It's people here that be trying to sell you their kids. I'm not into that. Now, the point that I'm making is, this dude had a puppet. Let me tell you how sick these motherfuckers is. This dude had a puppet. Do you know what the puppet is for? When I figured out what the puppet was for, the joke wasn't funny anymore. Because it was funny when I first saw it. Wait, this nigga got puppets. What the fuck wrong with him? You probably want to know what the puppet was for? Or have y'all figured out what the puppet is for? I ain't even gonna tell y'all what the puppet is for. I'm assuming I don't know. So I'm like, what the fuck you got a puppet for? You know what I'm saying? Lord, maybe. I thought about that. I'm like, what the fuck would a grown man have to do with a 6-year-old? I don't even want to. These are the type of conversations I ain't gonna lie, I don't like having them online. But I'm not afraid of these conversations. But I don't. It's a black man too. It's a black man too. When you have puppets, I'm just gonna put it like this. Because I thought about that. I'm like, what this man got a puppet for? When you have a puppet or something like that, it's probably to stop a kid from crying. That's a disgusting man. Whatever happens to him needs that. Yo, you know some of these motherfuckers was doing a legal fund for this dude, man. Now I'm gonna tell you another thing too, because I'm a fair guy. Me, I done been to about 20 countries. It's nothing new to see these parents like trying to sell their kids and shit like that. I'm not into that. You see what I'm saying? So it never affected me. And I had no problem telling y'all that because I'm not, no one is never, it's like this. Because one time I had, when I first started popping on YouTube, it was like some white kids kept trying to get me into this Instagram group, right? And every time I seen it, it was an Instagram group full of a whole bunch of 14, 15-year-olds. I got out of there. Like, I don't got nothing to do with no Instagram group. You can never catch me on anything like that if I'm not into that. You can never Chris Hansen me if I'm not into dealing with kids. So none of that, I don't never have no problem telling y'all what I see because they'll never get me because I'm not into that. I'm not a candidate for that. So I don't have no problem telling y'all all this shit that I see. And the reason why I said it's okay to put that Floyd shit on the whole Passport group, because he a weirdo just like they weirdos, man. Do I think all of them are doing shit with kids? No. I know all of them ain't doing shit with kids, but a lot of them are. I can tell y'all another story. There was a dude named, he on YouTube. I wonder should I say his name? But there's a dude on YouTube that stayed in Thailand that's from the UK, right? Dude was a little weird to me, but he was rolling around with Richie Mack, Big Baz, Yoga, all these little degenerate, weird-ass Passport bros. They was all cool. He in all their videos, right? This guy stayed in a building across the street from me. I probably seen him 2 times, talked to him 2 times, right? At this time, I was still cool with that crackhead dude, Big Baz. That dude got like 1 tooth and got caught stealing from the corner store. So the crackhead dude, right? I told him that this dude, I'm gonna just say his name, fuck it. Mikey Story. This is public knowledge. Mikey Story. I told him, I said, yo, this Mikey Story dude just called me and he can't get into Thailand. Now, I will be honest. Between me and Big Baz, we both saying the dude had weird vibes. But me, before any of them, I blocked him because his vibes was so weird. It was weird. And I was like, yo, this guy is weird. I don't really like talking to this dude. It's something about him that moves me the wrong way. So I blocked him. Right? They remained cool and they did all these videos with him. There ain't no videos of me and this dude. They did all kind of videos about it. But I told them, I said, this dude got something going on because they blocked him from coming to Thailand. And Thailand be letting all kinds of people in. Well, come to find out, this dude is a UK British black guy. He got caught in America years ago under a child sex trafficking ring. These are all Passport bros. They have Passport bro pages. He has a Passport bro page. You can go look at it now. It's called the Mikey Story TV page, the Passport bro page, right? I'm about to give y'all a big twist to the story, right? Come to find out, niggas went to go check it in. Because you know when you a sex offender, all your information public. You can just look it up. This man got he's a permanently banned from America because he got caught in Florida under a sex trafficking ring, right? The nigga back in Pattaya right now. Hello? Can you hear me? He back in Pattaya right now. How do I know? Because I ain't been to Pattaya. How do I know? Because he got a whole video of him in Pattaya right now. So what does that tell you? They banned him for 1 year. They banned him for 1 year, and they let him back in. Nigga, I got sick to my stomach, nigga. Man, I ain't been back there since I know that nigga back there in Pattaya. First of all, I really don't care about Pattaya, period, anymore. Because it ain't nothing but, I'm look, when I get out of here, which is this year, I'm only a few hours away from 2016. I'm ahead of y'all. This year, I'm coming back home. I done had enough of this traveling and all of that. The only reason I'm out here now, still, is I'm scaling my business. I'm scaling my business. You can see why I'm out here. Just look at my YouTube numbers. I'm scaling my business. I'm almost done scaling my business. I'm almost done. Right now, a good month for me is about 6,000-7,000. I got a couple moves I can make. And I'm about to jump that to, last month I ain't make that much. But the month before that, I made pretty good. So once I jump that up to about 10 to 15,000 a month, we out of here. We out of here. I got a 5-year visa to Thailand. Who knows, man? If I need to come here for some peace, maybe. But I highly doubt, once I get out of here, I highly doubt that I go back to Pattaya again. The only purpose it serves for me now is that's where all the brothers is at. Everywhere you go in Thailand, you're an outsider. They give you different prices. They look at you different. They nice, but you're an outsider. Sometimes you want to be around other brothers. And I got like 2 or 3 friends down there that are as normal as you can get living in Pattaya, because ain't too many normal people living there. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. And them niggas is my friends. So hopefully if they see us, they don't get mad. If they do, it is what it is. But I tried it. I couldn't live there that long. It's dark. It fucks with me spiritually. If you can live there that long, and I got a couple friends there. I got 1 or 2 friends there that I respect and I'm cool with, you know. So sometimes I go there just to be around people like me, right? And everybody there ain't a weirdo. I'm just gonna say that everybody in Pattaya ain't a weirdo. It is what it is, right? But a lot of them are. A lot of them are. And I told y'all that. I didn't keep it no secret. I didn't. I told y'all that while I was there. I was like, yo, this place is a horrible place. It's full of, wait, P. Morton says Interpol is a highly underused resource. Here's the thing about that. And I got to watch what I'm saying. They banned him for 1 year. They knew what he did and what he was doing. They have a market for that here. There's a whole documentary about people getting caught doing that, coming back. It's a whole market for that here. They knew he did it. They banned him for a year. It's dark. Dark. The thing I don't like about the Floyd stuff, I don't like it because they already group us all together, right? Even out here. You know what I do whenever anybody asks me, where am I from? You know what I do? And I do this on purpose. I got a lot to talk to y'all about, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna have this long. You know what I do when they ask me where I'm from? I say I'm American. I say I'm American. You know what I follow after that? I say I'm not African. I'm not African. It's another thing I want to tell y'all. Depending on how far back y'all been following me, y'all know I've been Pan-African. Y'all know I love black people. I'm not Pan-African no more. I'm not Pan-African no more. I'm not going to get into that whole conversation now because I want to keep this about this passport bro shit. But Vietnam really opened up my eyes. I stayed in Vietnam for 6 months. I got in a fight with Russians. Some of y'all was there when I almost had to fuck up this Irish dude. Vietnam is the one place as a black man, minding your business don't matter. All kinds of people gonna come and bother you. But I'm saying all this to say is that the people that were the most negative towards me, right? Most disrespectful and probably, yeah, I probably could have got to some serious shit. Nobody was more disrespectful than the Africans. And that's okay because we're not the same people. They have their own country, they have their own culture, their own dress code. But all these niggas was dressed like us. And right now I got 4 friends in Vietnam. They'll tell you the same thing. One of my friends used to be in the army, and he's a lot nicer than me. I don't want to call him weak, but I'm just gonna say he has a higher tolerance of disrespect than I do, right? He didn't see it as nothing. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, man, what's up with all these Africans acting like this? He's like, man, it's probably not all of them. It's probably just 1 or 2 of them. You know, he's being optimistic. I let him think the way he think. Me and him still cool. I left, went back to Thailand. Took him about a month. He was like, man, these Africans got some problems. Y'all in America, if you ain't never traveled and been overseas, look, this is what they taught us about Africans growing up. They taught us they uncivilized, monkeys, they're gorillas. Us being black, we never brought on to that. We never brought on to that because we are colored too. So even though they taught us that, we kind of looked at that as a lie. And you know, I'm not gonna do that to them. That is what it is. The point that I want to make about that is we were taught to look down on them. And we never brought that because we black folks over here. But when you meet these people, if you ask them for any directions, if you say hi to them, not only do they not say hi to you or not greet you, they look down on you. Yes, Africans look down on you, right? And it's like, wait a minute. We was taught that y'all monkeys, y'all uncivilized, y'all jungle bunnies or whatever the fuck. And it might have been a jokey joke, but we never took that serious. You actually think you can look down on me? That's how they are. They look down on you, right? Run to your country, right? Want to fraud the system that your ancestors died and shed blood to build, right? They want to run to your country, right? Get money from the tax system. You see what I'm saying? Do all kinds of shit and don't like you. Yo, I went on a date with a Somalian girl 2 weeks ago. That shit ended 30 minutes. That shit ended. I went on a date with a Somalian chick. I still don't have a problem with Africans as a whole, but I look at them as white people now. I look at them. Another thing that I found out about them, they're not warriors. They're none of that. They kiss white people ass. This is all coming together. That's another thing I want to talk to y'all about. They kiss white people ass. Now, I'm not talking about every single African. No, there's always an outlier. And don't forget, Africa is a continent. There's 54 continents. But more as a whole, like your likelihood of running into an African that's gonna be more respectful of white people than you as a black is gonna be pretty high. They ass kissers, they white worshipers. But I want to tell you something, black Americans. No offense to y'all who came there as immigrants, you know, because I still love black people, but I just look at any non-black Americans, and I'm talking about, I don't even want to use the anecdotes or the acronyms FBA, ADOS, whatever, because those are all businesses. But I support the idea. I do support the idea. I did it. Y'all remember this time last year? I did it. God had to put me through some shit to see some shit. And let me tell y'all something. You ain't got to believe you the chosen folks, black people. It just is what it is. And you ain't got to believe it, right? When you see what I saw, you going to know it, right? It says you are the salt of the world. You are. And I'm going to tell you just like this. They're not what we thought. They're not warriors. They surrender to white people. They surrender to them, right? Another thing I want to tell y'all about it. I thank God for my people. I thank the Most High for us, because I'm going to tell you something that I figured out. If we ever stop fighting white people, if we ever stop resisting what they're doing, it's over. It's over. The world is done. And the only people that are willing to stand up to them are Arab Muslims, and that's because they in their country. They in their country. Those are the only other ones. All the rest of them are scared of them. You might mention China and all that. China wants to take America's position, and I learned that ain't gonna never happen. That ain't gonna never happen. But they want to be like them, and you can't include Asians in that group at all. Hello. You getting entertained, huh? Yeah, I'm probably have to move. We probably got to move. But you can't mention Asians as a whole. They do what they tell them to do. Stay lapdog. That's another thing. I don't. They nice. They cool. I respect them. But they do what they tell them to do. They white worship. That is what it is. The Africans, you would not expect them to be white worshipers like that. They are white worshipers. Man, I had all kind of weird shit happening in Vietnam with these European bitches following me around. I gotta be certain type of drunk to fuck a white broad. I gotta be certain type of drunk to fuck one of them, right? Man, I had certain situations. I'm in Vietnam, they following me around. They following the bitch around. The broad trying to get at me, I'm not even really wanting to mess with the chick. And the African dude following behind them like a little dog. If we ever stop fighting them, it's over. There's nobody left to fight them, and they know that. That's why they set up color codes for your black ass around the world. They set up color codes because they know there's nobody else. That's why when y'all talking, they want to hear what you're talking about. That's why when you make black-only groups, they make a fake account and they get in there. We gotta see what y'all talking about. Y'all think it's from nosy and curiosity. It's not just that. You are the last frontier. Now, there's a couple countries. You got Burkina Faso. So we fucks with Burkina Faso over here, right? You got a couple countries that don't woke up. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of them, they're afraid of them. They're afraid of them. And it almost puts us in danger. You want to know why? Because the Europeaners know this, right? I got, like, the last time y'all saw me in a live stream, I was in Vietnam. Since then, I got in a fight with 3 Russians. I got in a fight over there, right? They ain't do any damage. I probably did more damage to them. They was about to do damage with some cats. Some other Russians and came and broke it up and was like, yo, this dude was minding his business. He ain't do nothing to y'all. But you know why? It's just not me. I left there. They be pressing my boy once a week. And I be talking to him. I be like, damn, nigga, why you still over there? Get the fuck out of there. You know that's how he is. They've been pressing my boy once a week. You know why Russians are in Vietnam pressing black Americans? Because the blacks in their country, in Europe, the Africans that go there, right? When the Africans are in their presence, they're in their presence like this. They're in their presence like this. We walk like this. So when they see us, them Europeans know we don't be African because when they see us, our heads be up. They call us arrogant. They call us arrogant blacks. Why are you so? Y'all remember I used to fuck with Russians. I don't give a fuck about no Russian. I don't give a fuck about no Russian. I still fuck with Putin, right? But them as a whole, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck. But you know, they almost put you in danger in other parts of the world because we're so confident. It comes off as arrogance to other people because we don't have our heads down around them. We're not around them fearful. You see what I'm saying? I walk around them like, even with them Russians, the reason why they had to jump me because the way they was talking to me, I stood up. And I was like, wait a minute, this nigga's standing up. This nigga's not afraid. They not used to that. They used to the Africans that go like, yo, I'm highly disappointed in Africans. I am. I ended that date with that Somalian chick from calling me an African. Don't ever call me no fucking African. I'm not no African. I'm not no African. And I tell people, oh, hello. I tell people though, I don't want to go by that African American shit. I'm not African. I got nothing. Look, all kinds of people got color like this. It's Thai people that got color skin like this. Not African, man. I'm all the Africans that support me, I do it like white people. Now I look at them as white people. Until you show me differently, you just somebody. I ain't gonna call us enemies. I still rather be cool with somebody with the same color of skin as me. I'd rather be an asset to them. But if you saw the shit that I saw, and it ain't just Nigerians, man. I done had them Kenyans is white worshipers. Them South Africans, I couldn't believe them South Africans. They white worshipers. They white worshipers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. If it ever stops, if we ever stop being who we are, The world is finished. You just give it over to white people. We are the last testament and hope against white supremacy. The last. Majority of them Africans will lay on down here, take my resources, take it. No. We okay. We poor over here. We ain't got nothing to eat. But go ahead, take your resources to France, right? They'll come over there and they'll talk about how, like, the Nigerians call us the Akata. They'll talk about how you come for slavery. They'll talk about how we dangerous. Do y'all know Nigeria is the 15th most dangerous country in the world? And they had a nerve to give you a nickname. The 15th most dangerous country in the world. And they got the nerve to call you a nickname. I don't know. Some of these people, I don't know the fuck. You know, he said all the Russians hide from the Putin draft. That's correct. They are. They love fighting in Vietnam, man. They fucking Vietnam up. They already fucked Thailand up. They fucking Vietnam up. I gotta find somewhere else to go. I might have to move, y'all. But they fucking Vietnam up. And if you, like, Da Nang and shit, if you caught by yourself over there, they will come and test you. They will come and test you. They will come and jump you. I got a boy that's still over there, still going through it. Still going through it. And it's because they're not used to your kind of black. The blacks in their country, they got their head down when they walk in. When they have the servant, like, you know how our ancestors was beaten into that? They ain't beaten into that. They just like that. Head down. But it's the thing, them same people that'll be like that around the whites, when they see you, they got a problem. And for those of y'all that don't believe and don't know our story, you ain't gonna understand everything because you don't believe and you don't know our story. These are people that sold us. It's the same attitude, it's the same DNA there. We have the greatest comeback story in the history of mankind. And that's what y'all gotta understand. I don't have no problem with the FBA movement. I'm Black American and all that, right? And I am proud of my country. That's another thing I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say I'm proud of what my ancestors did to put me in that position. I'm gonna tell you what separates me from the FBA movement or from certain people. I don't speak highly of America. I know what they did to my ancestors, and I want to see them lose. When you kind of listen to some of these FBA people, they kind of act like it was some kind of joint partnership between the government and our ancestors. No, they fucked our ancestors up. They fucked our ancestors up. I ain't forget that. You niggas forgot that. You niggas is playing PS5 and shit like that. You niggas is afraid to die for this shit. Not me. Not me. The only reason why right now I wouldn't want no white dude to come and blow my brains out is because I don't feel like I've completed my purpose yet. After that, go ahead and do what you gonna do. Do what you gonna do. You see? So yeah. You know, that's the only thing that separates them from me is I'm not willing to act like it was all peaches and roses and that's how America got built. No, they did our ancestors dirty, and I ain't forgot. I ain't gonna never forget. And if there's anything, I'm just gonna shut up about that. But I ain't forgot. I ain't gonna never forget. Y'all niggas forgot. Y'all niggas got comfortable. That ain't gonna never be me. They caught me when I was young, which I'm happy. I had a high school coach, and I'm happy he did that. He said, I can't stand y'all, man. He said, it's a 70-year-old white man. He said, I came to become a teacher just to stop some of y'all. He said, some of y'all ain't got to do nothing to it because I know you ain't got a future. He said, you in particular, though, happy to see you fall. Because I got caught with a white girl the last week of high school, and they tried to use that to not let me pass. I had one of the best grades. I had the second highest SAT score in all of high school, all of my high school. My grades was whatever, but you know, if you have a good SAT score, that automatically, you know, I got offers. My parents didn't really care, so I missed out on certain stuff, but I don't blame them for nothing. I'm happy with my life. But I got offers, scholastic offers from Sanford. I should have took Sanford. I didn't know how good Sanford. I actually was gonna go to Sanford, but my grandfather passed. That is right. But I got scholastic offers from accredited schools because I had such a good SAT score. But they tried to use me getting caught in a hotel room on a school trip with a white girl. They tried to use that to not give me my diploma. Said slavery was really just a long unpaid internship crowd. I called them Republicans. Carlton. What's up with you, Carlton? Miss Tangi, what's going on? Yeah, but that's one of the main things I learned, man. One of the main things I learned that is we way more important than what you think, and that we all the salt of the earth. And if we ever, first of all, it's something coming along that's gonna end all of this. I know all of our parents done told us about the last days, but if you need convincing that we're in the last day now, that's just you. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna come and end all of this, and what fits the scripture perfectly. What fits it is AI. It's AI. Those folks, those are spirits. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. The AI is spirits though. And what is happening is, you ever read the Bible and wonder, like, how come all this stuff that was happening back then don't happen now, right? Spiritually, the realm that we in goes through different phases. And it's another phase that's about to come. And AI is proof of it, right? Because remember, it says the world was never in a condition of lies that they're gonna be in those last days. We've arrived there, folks. I don't know about you, but every month it's getting harder and harder to tell if a video is AI or not. In a minute, they about to start using that shit to take people down. In a minute, right? But what's about to happen is you're about to start seeing miracles come back and stuff like that. All that stuff that you seeing in the Bible that you like, well, how can this happen? How can this happen in this world? Like them cutting heads off and stuff like that, or people not agreeing and stuff like that, and one currency, one world. You kind of think like, how is this stuff gonna happen? AI can pull it all off. AI ain't got no emotion. It's demons. They ain't got no spirit. These are demons, right? So Joe Rogan actually figured something out, and he didn't even know he figured it out. He said, what if Christ comes back and he's just some whole... Because don't forget, they always looking a way to tear up the idea of Yeshua. I don't care about them talking about Jesus, man. Y'all know Jesus ain't real. They took a black man that did all kinds of wonders and turned him into a gay white dude. That's what they did, you know. So I don't never care about people talking about Jesus. That's not my God. I don't care about Jesus. That's some made up white people name. My mom don't like hearing this. I don't care about all their ways of serving God has failed us. And they're not real ways of serving God. I don't even listen to my mom when it comes to that. I don't listen to my mom at all. But I definitely don't listen to her when it comes to talking about God. Like, I'm more offended by Jesus than the word nigger. Real talk. Like, you know, but he was like, what if Jesus comes back and it's just some AI and all that? And he was actually on something, but he was so focused on tearing up the thought of the Savior that he didn't understand that he came across of what probably the Antichrist is going to be. Probably. More than likely. None of us saw it coming. None of us saw it coming. But we definitely in the last days, man. Like, and what you're going to start to see is you're going to start to see biblical stuff and revelation start happening, and people ain't going to believe because they're going to be so used to seeing AI. You're going to start seeing stuff like actual angels. First of all, they ain't going to look like what we were taught. White angels and stuff. Angel could be me. I could be an angel for all you know. I could be an angel. You're going to start seeing angels doing stuff, but you ain't going to believe it's an angel because of all this AI stuff, right? And remember he said, I'm going to have to cut the days short because if I don't even cut the days short, even my most loyal won't listen to me anymore. So you got to cut the days short, right? We're in that time right now, and you ain't got to believe. I'm not one of those people to talk people and believe in. I'm way past that. He is a fictitious character, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Let me be direct. I believe in Yeshua. I believe there is not no hatred for people that's like me. And there wasn't somebody that looked like me that did. This hatred for people that look like me is fear behind it too. Man, hold on. I'm gonna have to move, man. I don't feel comfortable talking. But it's a fear behind it too. It's a fear behind it. When I'm in all these black-only groups on Facebook. They always trying to infiltrate the black-only groups on Facebook. It's a fear behind it. You see what I'm saying? When I hear stuff like, we was kings. Y'all know when white people do that, we was king shit? Do you understand that Yeshua was killed because he said he was a king? And they said that he wasn't. That lets me know that we them people. It's the same. His story is our story boiled down into one man's life. That's his story. And guess who pays attention to our community the most? Guess who dictates where our music goes? Guess who controls our education system? Guess who's putting money in all of these black colleges? Not because they like the black colleges, because they want to control what's being taught in there. The guys with these hats, them. They watch everything they do. They monetize everything they do. They about ready to ban them out of here. One thing about Thailand, y'all, let me tell you this, man. One thing about Thailand, they do not like them Rev 20, what we gonna call it? Rev 29s. They do not like those Rev 29s at all. They don't like them at all. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna tell you the difference, because what they doing is, what's going on now is they're always trying to force biblical prophecy. They always trying to force it, right? They tried to force it with that 1948 Israel stuff. Hey, they said after 300 years, When we really know the Bible, you know that's just them trying to force it. It's not. None of that is God doing it. He didn't say a country's gonna come out of nowhere and give y'all a nation. He said, I'm gonna come back myself and give y'all a nation. Not America. America, the most demonic country ever in the history of man. People always ask, what would this world look like if the H-man won? America. He was studying America. He was an amateur compared to America. He was an amateur, right? But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They just started coming out here to Thailand about, I'm talking about as a whole. They always been some trickling in here and there as a whole, because they ransacking this place. They just started coming out here a year and a half as a whole. These people love everybody. Vietnam is a different story. These people out here, I ain't gonna say they love, that's fake, because I learned a little Thai now. They be talking about my black ass when I'm in the store. And when I talk to them, I tell them I heard what you said. See, damn, you talking about me. See, damn, I know you talking about me. They still got the smile on their face. But they cool. You know who Thai people remind me of? They remind me of us. They have ghetto ways. If you go to Isan, they are very ghetto. They are ghetto ratchet in Isan. I've been to Isan. They ghetto ratchet up there. They gossip. It's like the projects. Once you learn a little, I'm not fluent in Thai. I know enough to where I can understand what's going on. Because I had a student Thai visa. I had to learn Thai to stay here for like a year. So I know, I can hear enough to know what's going on. They see this, they think, I don't know no Thai. And they'll just start talking about you right in front of the face. Sometimes, I'm going to say it's 50-50. When I walk into a 7-Eleven, 50% of the time, they're making black jokes. He got dark skin, see damn. They're making all them kind of jokes. And the other 50% of the time, it be young girls. Not too young, but I can't, if they like me, I can't imagine. I ain't never fucked any of them, so it don't matter. But it'd be like these little college girls, whatever, making jokes and shit like that. And they like me. It'd be 50-50. They like me. But they are very much like our community. Once you hear what they talking about, I'm gonna say the majority of Thai. Here in Bangkok, this is more, you have some rich Thai, and rich Thai, they don't like foreigners, period. Other than Chinese. They don't like foreigners, period. But let me get back to what I was talking about. The Jews just started coming out here. The Israelis just started coming out here a year and a half ago, right? These are nice people. If you paying money, if you coming to support them, they real nice. They real nice. Do I think they have a problem with black people? To a point. It's not serious, but to a point. But even that, you're never going to see it by the way they treat you. And that's all I care about. That's all I care about. You're not going to see it from the way they treat you. And when they do start treating you wrong, it's because you're not Thai. It ain't because you got dark skin, right? They had a meeting with the ambassadors from Israel. They trying to ban all of them from coming here. They done disrespected them so much in a year and a half. If you ask one of them, you know what they're gonna say? Oh, this is from the Mashadak, or they gonna talk some kind of gibberish, because it's not the real Hebrew language they speaking. They speaking Yiddish shit. They gonna talk some type of gibberish and try to make you think that this is from this is the Bible. Probably anywhere they go, they just hate us and da 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 with with a fucking European accent. They're gonna tell you how they hate it because of who they are. No, 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 no. They don't like them because of what they've done. There are so many videos out here calling them. They got this thing where with their religion, with Buddha, they want you to take your shoes off before you go into some places. I've been here, just what it is. If you got clean socks and you wash yourself, you won't worry, you wouldn't care about taking off your shoes. They asked an Israeli woman to take off her shoes before she went into this facility. She said, I'm not taking off my shoes. She said, please, this is just what we do, take off your shoes. She says, I'm not taking off my shoes. She said, y'all are peasants to me. Y'all need my money. Your country, my country gives your money, your country money. Just dogging them out. It went viral. It went viral, right? They got an accident in Bangkok. They got an accident. All this stuff is news shit you can look up. They got an accident in Bangkok, right? So they got an accident. They started talking all this shit about the Thai people, right? And the Thai people understood what they were saying. They went in there and they jumped them. They on the media talking about, oh, they hate us and me. They hate us and stuff. Everybody hates us. You got in an accident with these people and started throwing trash at them. And then you couldn't, because they used to that American shit. They used to, oh, I'm Jewish. You can't say nothing about me. I could destroy your whole community. I can put out all kind of negative stuff on TV or your whole community. You can't say nothing about me because I'm Jewish, right? Thailand folks don't have that shit. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Motherfucker threw trash at them. You know what happened? A crowd formed. And they fucked them up. The police had to come and save them. They was about to kill them. They was about to kill them. I said all that to say, they go into these places and they don't like them from the way they act. They don't like us because of who we are. We ain't did nothing to nobody. You got them Floyds out there doing shit like that. That's not us as a whole. We ain't bothering nobody. We are not. If you listen to people like Zoom to Thailand, they'll try to make you think black people is a problem in Thailand because he has a problem with black Americans himself. I'm not going to talk about this man anymore. Only reason I'm even bringing him up now is because this whole passport bro shit, and I wanted to tell y'all, because I know most of y'all that's on here, y'all been fucking with me for a while. Y'all been keeping up with what's going on. I told y'all this a long time ago. I didn't need Floyd to do what he do for me to tell y'all that these dudes is weirdos. I told y'all that about them, Richie Mack dude. I told y'all a long time ago. They weirdos, you know. And I'm gonna watch my words with him because some of these dudes are weak and they'll try to put harassment on there. So I'm watching my words. None of this is harassment, right? So, but to me, they're weirdos. They're weirdos, right? What was it that something else I had to say? No, I was telling y'all about the Israelis. Yeah, man, Israelis came here. You listen to certain people like him, and he'll tell y'all blacks is called. Man, we ain't causing no problem in Thailand, man. We're the Israelis. They making the news every other day, doing something foul though. Foul, you know. What's another thing that they did? Oh, there's another video that went viral out here. Cause don't forget, since I'm out here, I get their feeds on Instagram, on TikTok. I get their feeds, right? There's another video that went viral out here, right? Israeli woman. And you can look up all this stuff. I always tell y'all, when you hear me say something, look it up. So this woman went to a bikini shop. Oh, no. She was in Koh Tao. This woman went to a bikini shop in Koh Tao, I believe, right? The woman in the bikini shop, Israeli woman, her and her friend, it was two of them, stole like 3-4 bikinis and put it in the bag, right? I guess they didn't realize they were being recorded and they were watching them and all that, right? So on their way out, the Thai people stopped them. It was like, hey, you know, you stole something. You know, lady like, no, I'm not still, nothing was happening. They're like, no, they didn't ransack the woman and go in her bag, and they could have, because they saw her stealing. They said, no, it's in your bag. We saw you. It's in the bag. You know what the woman said? No, please. Look up the history. I'm Israeli. Look up the history of my people. Turmoil inflicted. Everybody hate us. That's what she's saying. Why they saying? They like, look, they don't know nothing about this. Y'all know the shit that they preach in America? They know nothing about it. They don't go off of none of that shit. They don't care about no World War II. They just know that they saw the girl stealing something. She's like, no. Country conflicted. People hate our country. Hitler. She didn't go that far, but she's pretty much saying, I come from afflicted people. People always, I not do nothing. They're like, man, forget all that. They skipping everything that the woman's saying. They said, in your bag. In the bag. We don't care about it. It's funny to me because they're not hearing none of that. They said, no, in the bag. She's like, oh, people hate us. I'm Israeli, I'm Jewish. They hate us. In the bag. In the bag. Right? So the woman is like, no, please, please. The woman takes the Thai woman's arm and says, please touch my heart. Look how scared I am. The Thai woman goes, get off me, don't touch me. She goes, please. She goes, feel my heart. Feel my heart. Right? She said, look, her other friend comes and she says, I can't deal with this too long. We're going to miss our flight. Bitch, you just stole from them and you talking about missing some fucking flight. Right? They still not going for none of this. They like in the bag. They like, yo, we about to miss our flight. They like, look, I come from Israel, conflicted, Poland, Nazis. Bitch, what about the shit you got in your bag? You see what I'm saying? So they just ignored them and said, look, we about to call the cops. Give us back our merchandise and you have to pay 5 times the amount. 5 times the amount. You see what I'm saying? Look at him. He said, "What's up, Diddy? What's up, Weinstein, Epstein, pale-faced demon, child toucher, baby killer? No, nobody white ever bring up no Diddy shit to me, or you Arabs either. Look, I don't care about this page. This page can go. None of y'all white, y'all don't. The audacity of y'all bringing up any type of sexual immoralities, pale-faced demon. Come on here, bringing up some Diddy. Diddy wasn't with kids though." One of y'all motherfuckers with a kid right now. Talking about some Diddy shit. Y'all miss me? There's only a few of y'all here. Y'all miss me? Anyway, let me get back to what I'm saying. They kept ignoring a woman. She kept talking about that, she kept talking about that Israel and conflicted and shit like that. Finally, she got the point because she's about to call the cops. So she went in her bag and she took the 3 bikinis that she put them deep in there too. She had to pull out a whole bunch of stuff and you know what the Thais did though that I didn't like? They blurred her face out. You know, this America, they wouldn't have blurred our face, but they blurred her face out. They said Chad Shabam. Oh, Indian guy, stinky. Get the fuck up and go put some deodorant on. Or go take a doo-doo bath. I know y'all be, yeah, let's get this going. Go take a doo-doo bath. I know y'all love taking doo-doo baths. Take a doo-doo bath. Bro, when you come out from jail, bro, I'm in another country. I ain't never been in jail. I read on the media, yo talk about, I know you, bro, you have baby oil. Baby oil smell better than y'all. Baby oil definitely smell. Y'all motherfuckers be born out of your mama's womb into a goat's ass, nigga. I know you had baby oil. Let me see what this motherfucker look like. I love. Anyway, with your mom and engine oil. Ooh, he said a mom joke. Ooh. It could be worse. I could be Indian. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me. I found out in the Middle East they be over there fucking goats and shit like that. It's a normal practice, man. It's a normal practice. I did not know that. Normal practice. But anyway, before these trolls come in here and I have to block all of them, let me end what I was saying to y'all. They came out here to Thailand and it didn't take Thailand over so long to ban them. Not ban them or talk about banning them. and Israeli ambassador had a meeting and said, please don't ban them. But they were talking about banning all people from Israel. They're talking about doing a visa ban for them. Um, and it ain't because of who they are. It ain't because of what Moses did, because they ain't got nothing to do with Moses. Them are totally different people. Them people in Israel are Europeans. Most of them are Polish. They don't have anything to do with the original Hebrews. Nothing to do whatsoever, right? Um, Big time liars. They started to preach this new theory now that Europe was full of. I read this article that was a bunch of bullshit. That's how you know it's about to go to more lies. They said Europe was full of dark-skinned Caucasians. That's what they call them, dark-skinned Caucasians. Literally. I saw an article literally on Facebook. Oh, scientists discovered a new race of dark-skinned Europeans that ran it. They're called black folks. That's what they're called. Dark-skinned Europeans. Get the fuck out my face. Hey, let me get you out of here, Chad, so you can go do something with your life. Let me go do something with your life. I'll come back in 86,000 seconds. 86,000 seconds. Come on back, Chad. You know what I mean? Damn, I ain't blocked a nigga in a long time, man. Long time, man. But anyway, yeah, so another thing I found out, people are taught World War II differently. It's another thing I found out. I kept seeing little flags, stickers all around Vietnam. Diddy boy, I don't know nobody give a fuck about this. Is that the only joke y'all have is about Diddy? That's it. Help you out. Bad guy, you've been on here for a long time. You said no more mods, bro. Here, I got you. I forgot, it's my second point. And the thing, this is the thing, it ain't the jokes. You know I love the jokes, P. Morton. It be so corny, though. They still mentioning Diddy. First of all, Diddy just did gay shit with a whole bunch of prostitutes. All that stuff that people was talking about with him and kids, there's no evidence of that. They're doing way worse stuff in Dubai. Where the Arabic dudes from? And it's like, if we talk about the Diddy's and the white, first of all, nobody is more sexually immoral than Paleface. No one. This stuff that we talking about with Floyd, that's an everyday thing in their community. And they're doing it within the household. So it's like, man, y'all motherfuckers, that's all you got is Diddy. All you got is Diddy. When we look at y'all communities, it don't matter if you Arabic, when we look at y'all communities, y'all got way more disgusting shit than that going on. And you talking about some fucking celebrity that really wasn't even fucking nobody. He was watching people get fucked. Anyway, you might know this, P. Morton, but it's something else that I found out that was very interesting. And it made sense after I thought about it. So I kept seeing little stickers in Vietnam, right? Here and there. I got some pictures of it on my phone. I should share them. But it's like pictures of the Nazi joint, right? So I got in a conversation in this bar with this English guy. Hey, look, white people come and have a good conversation with me. Have a conversation. Me and this English guy was talking, right? She telling her baby something about me. I don't know what she telling her baby about me. Hello. I know Dubai has that. See, this is the thing. This is another thing, Pete Morton. This is another thing, Pete Morton. I also realize these people come and talk about our community and our folks because they figure you don't know about their community. Do you know how much negative shit I heard Nigerians say about Americans? And then when you find out how fucked up their country is, it's like the audacity. The audacity. Like, but anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. And I was seeing these little Nazi flag stickers all over Vietnam. Not all over. I saw it 3 times. Let me not lie. I'm not even exaggerating. I saw it 3 times. I saw it twice in Ho Chi Minh. I saw it 1 time in Da Nang. Like, so I was talking to this white guy in a bar. I'm like, yo, I said I be feeling the negativity here in Vietnam. Vietnam is a very hateful country because they done had multiple countries coming and everybody done took their. If Vietnam is a patty a hole, like a whole bunch of countries done had a short time with Vietnam. Short time with Vietnam. China went in there and turned them into slaves for a minute. Japan fucked them up for a minute. They ended up fucking up Cambodia. But I learned all the history of these areas I've been visiting. Um, the North don't like the South. We already know what France did. France colonized them. France still has a presence there. You know what I mean? Yeah, France colonized them. France still has a presence there. But there's a whole bunch of countries that came and fucked Vietnam up. So they're a very hateful group of people. Very hateful group of people. I don't like Vietnam. Um, I have to go back there because I got to do a visa run in like another month. So I'm probably go back there for a week. I might go to Malaysia. I don't like Vietnam. I don't care too much for Vietnam. I ain't got nothing against Vietnamese people. I don't care. They don't like black people. One day y'all blacks gonna wake up and not allow them to open up no nail salons in our neighborhood. They shouldn't. They should not be opening up nail salons. No black should support the Vietnamese community in our community because they don't like your black ass. They eat from the floor like dogs in their country, and they look down on you just because you got dark skin. They don't. I didn't know this about Vietnam. I had to stay there for a while. I kept going there visiting, thinking that country was cool with me. Once I lived there, I saw that they don't like us. They don't, and that's fine. They have their own country. I don't need to be in their country. Everybody don't have to like us, but they don't need to be in our community in America making money off of us. It's very disappointing because that's what they do. And I'm not talking about all the Asians. I'm talking about strictly Vietnamese. They come to America, they go to a black neighborhood, and they open up a nail salon. You shouldn't be allowed in our. And when y'all blacks realize what they are doing, let's stop supporting them, man. Stop supporting them. They should not be able to collect money in our community if you know the hatred they have for us. And we never been in there fucking them up. They'll try to tell you, oh yeah, you did with America. You did with America. And we tell them, well, we were drafted. We were forced to fight you today. You see what I'm saying? But they try to like include us in there, but they won't treat a white man the way they'll treat you because of the dark skin. It's because of colonization. I know that. It's because of colonization. But it's still a fact that they don't like darker people. And they should not be in America being able to open up a business in a black neighborhood and get money. Don't nobody care, bad guy. Don't nobody over here know you. Or give a fuck about what you're talking about. I don't even know why you're here. You just here just to disrupt shit. And it's like, I only got 9 people in here. You wasting your time. Let me let you know what's going on, bad guy. Let me let you know. Because I don't know what you think this is, right? This is my second page. This is me talking to my YouTube family, right? I have another page where I got almost 90,000 subs on here. All this shit, if you don't like what we talking about, get the fuck out of here. Or we're just gonna block you anyway. But this ain't like, we just chilling. There's nothing to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you putting this on for 9 people. Maybe you know me. Maybe I said something that made you upset one day. If you don't like this, go somewhere, man. Or I'm just have somebody block you. Or I'm gonna block you. Let's go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, I don't really care too much for. 'Cause another problem with the black community is y'all gotta understand we the flyest out there. No offense. This is stuff I ain't gonna talk about on my main page. But no offense. I don't give a fuck about what no white person think about me, y'all. No offense. I don't give a fuck about what no Asian person think about me, y'all. If black people, if y'all would get this in your head, who gives a fuck about what they think? You'll see a lot of shit change. We should not be complaining about who won the Grammys. These are old stank white PDFs that are deciding who wins the Grammy. So fucking what? Why do y'all care about what they have no style. They have no swag. They smell like urine. Why do you care about what they think? I don't give a fuck about if a white person think I got HIV, whatever they think about me. Don't give a fuck about it. Why do y'all care about what they think? Why? I don't give a fuck about what no Asian person about me think. They don't create nothing, they steal shit. No offense to none of them. Did you know what K-pop is? Koreans don't like blacks. K-pop is them stealing all of our music. That's what K-pop is. Who gives a fuck about what one of them thinks? They steal from us. They don't create nothing. Why do y'all care about what these people think? Yeah, there's probably people looking at me crazy. Do you care about do you think I care about what these people think? You are the light of the world. You are the salt of the world. Your ancestors were fucking slaves. You made it out of that to become the most popular culture in the world. The Rev 29s know who you are. They monetize off of you. You're not gonna get no black in the industry making money unless it's one of them behind them making most of it. Stole your whole identity, know who you are, you don't know who you are, they make sure they profit off you. They ain't doing it to the Mexicans. They ain't doing it to the Mexicans. They all on your black ass. They want to know what you're talking about. When that Israeli ambassador, he said, you two playing commercials on K-pop doing no Mars dance. Right. And I don't care, like, it's just crazy because it's like, for these people to not like us, but you're stealing from our culture. I ain't stole nothing from no Korean person. I ain't one of y'all niggas. I ain't got no type of Asian tattoos on me, nothing like that. They have influenced me at all, nothing. Ain't nothing I got on even Korean, nothing, right? But the point I also wanted, because I'm telling y'all, because this is my last, I'm not gonna be here this time next year. And when I say that, I'm not gonna be in Asia. You gotta watch your words. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Remember what they say, you ain't promised your next breath. But your words do mean something. So when I say I'm not gonna be here next year, I'm talking about I'm not gonna be here in Asia next year. I'm pretty confident that I'll be making. Y'all, if y'all remember, I hate America. The only place in America I like is New York. I'm not making enough money right now, and I'm too old to be having 4 or 5 roommates. I'm not making enough money right now to move to New York. But my ceiling is up there. By the summertime, for sure, I'll be up there. But I'm just telling y'all some of the shit that I learned. And I saw these Nazi flags in Vietnam, and I talked to this white guy. I'm going off the rails, but I talked to this white guy, and he had to explain to me, and I understood it. They teach World War II different in Vietnam than they teach it in our country. And I understand it. You know why? They were trying to get rid of the French out of their country, and they couldn't do it. When World War II popped off and France got involved in World War II, Vietnam was able to get their independence. So they don't teach World War II. The stuff that you get banned from in America, saying about Hitler and World War II, in Vietnam, they totally preach that. Thailand too. I've seen, I ain't gonna say many, I've seen 1 or 2 Nazi flags here. It don't bother me. None of that shit bothers me, you know. But you'll see some Nazi flags out here. They teach World War II differently out here, and it's because of the French. The French came out here as fucking shit up. You might hear people say, oh, Thailand never been colonized and all that, and us being black, we thinking, oh yeah, Thailand was enough for that shit. And not the truth. They were one country. They gave them Laos and Cambodia, so they wouldn't go to war. They awarded them areas so they wouldn't go to war, right? So it ain't what we thinking. Because you got to understand something. You got warrior in your blood. So you thinking everybody else got warrior in their blood. And that's not the truth. Them Vietnamese people will fight if you go on their land. But I don't know. When you know the politics of it, their country is all fucked up because all kinds of people went in there and fucking their country up, man. The North hate the South. The South was controlled by America. So that was like their house Negroes. And the North had to fight the South. Like, I ain't gonna get into all that politics, man. But I know P. Morton knows. It's very complex. It's very complex, you know. Oh, these young Thai motherfuckers meeting. Yeah, but they history is very complex, very complex. To me, it just caused them to be a hateful nation, you know. And I ain't got no problem with people like that. I just hate to see people come to my country. And I've been in their country and I know how they, I can't wait till I go to a nail salon and see some Vietnamese people. I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, how come your country really don't like blacks? And how are y'all able to like, I'm an asshole like that. I might even film it. When I come back to America, I'm gonna go to a nail salon in a black neighborhood and I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, hey, I was in Da Nang. I was in Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh, I can't believe they like that in Ho Chi Minh. What I found out, Ho Chi Minh like black people. He got his people to fight back from watching us. Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh. I didn't know that because I'm like, how come they hate black people so much? And then I had to do research and I found out that Ho Chi Minh, this guy been to Harlem and saw how we was getting down and took that back to his country. But from the colonization, they don't like black people. They do not like black people. I can't wait till I get back to America. I can't wait. Every now and then, I get manicures and all that. Ain't no problem with that. Ladies is the ones that put me on to that, right? So at some point, I'm gonna purposely go to one of their shops and I'm gonna ask them, how are y'all able to be around black people when I've been to y'all country and I know y'all don't like black people? I know y'all don't. I'm gonna really ask them that. So how are y'all able to come to America and all of a sudden you like black people? Because you could do these other black people like that. These niggas ain't even been out their own neighborhood. I've been to your country. I know y'all don't like us. So why you in our neighborhood? How you getting all this money from our neighborhood? Won't you tell all these people in here how your country treat us? Dan Carlin has a 6-hour podcast on World War II. Very interesting here how it all went down and why America really got into the war. Maybe I'll have to check it out. But Dan Carlin sounds like one of them. Some of them is truthful, but a lot of times, man, they cause more confusion. That's just my opinion. I like doing my own research on shit. Real talk. I like doing my own research on shit. A lot of times, they just make shit more confusing, man. But I will say this. You're always willing to find somebody to tell the truth, even if it's for clicks and views. That's a fact, P. Morgan. So, just for me, I have a hard time listening to them, man. That's just me. I have a very hard time listening to them because I know how much liars they are. A hard time listening to them. I don't even want no kids in American schools, man. Because I started realizing if you have a kid in American school, all you doing is, whether you know it or not, is you're conforming your kid to white supremacy. If I had a kid in America, he for sure getting home trained. I don't care. I'd rather take him to Thailand to get some. I mean, I'm not, but I'd rather take him here to get some school for schooling. Another country for schooling in America, because that's all what you're doing. In America, you're conforming them to white supremacy, and they're lying to them in their face. It's crazy. When you find out the truth, it's like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me when I was in school, they were? It's different. It's different when they didn't know the truth, right? And they come to find out, okay, that's not the truth. Here's what the truth is. No. That's not what American schools is. American schools is, this is the truth, but this ain't what we gonna teach y'all. This is how we need y'all to act in America. So we gonna teach y'all this. Teach it to y'all like this. This is what actually happened. We gonna teach y'all. They taught us about Tulsa. They made it like it was just one event. They didn't tell us it was because white people was upset because we was hard working and we built our own community. They didn't tell us that. They told us it was just like, oh, some white girl, some argument about somebody getting raped, and it made these white people mad. They ain't explained to us what really went down. They made people think that we lazy. No. We built up, and they didn't tell us it was a whole bunch of Tulsa Oklahomas. 30 or 40 of them. They told us about one. And they didn't tell us why. They just said, oh, some black dude did something to a white woman. That's what they told us. They didn't tell us because they had a problem creating income for themselves. They didn't tell us because we were thriving in a town and over there in their town, and we kept everything in-house. Over in their town, they were starving. They ain't had nothing. It was poor. They didn't tell us that white people couldn't compete with us in the work sector. That's why they created unions. They didn't tell us that. They're liars. They in school teaching your kids lies. I don't know how, I'm not trying to offend any of y'all. I don't know how you got your kid in their schools. They just lying to your kid. And they're underhandedly teaching your kid, if he's black, that he's lesser than a group of people that can't take the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, if you cut the sun out for 5 minutes of the earth, all of us would die. Look it up. If the sun cut off for 5 minutes, they can't even take the sun. I'm giving y'all a World War III stream and I ain't even playing it. I didn't even play it. And let me just put this out there. Said all over Georgia, North Carolina, Mississippi, still F. Yeah, man. This conversation is what separates me from that whole FBA thing. I'm definitely with delineation. I'm definitely with people that's not from our country thinking they can come to our country disrespecting blacks off of what our ancestors did, thinking they can come to our country, people that white people look at lower than us. I'm definitely not with no Nigerian think he can come to my country, and talk the country that my folks built up. Them folks sold you. They dirty ass, nasty country. And they think they can come to my country. I got an Irishman last name. They ain't did shit for our country. Their country is horrible. They should be coming there, joining us, helping us out. They darker than this motherfucking. These are people that's darker than this table. Darker than this table. Coming to a country talking about us. Their country don't even have no infrastructure. How dare you come to my country talking some shit? My ancestors died for this shit. But the biggest difference between me and these other folks is I ain't forget what they did to my ancestors. And I'm more worried than that than some damn Nigerian. Trump taking care of them now. Trump taking care of them now. No, of course I ain't no Trump fan. But what happens, happens. Thy will be done. I don't care. I told you I went on a date with the Somalian girl. She started talking bad about America, though. And I had to say something. With her talking bad about America, it was like, look, I can talk bad about America. America did some things, bad things to my people. America ain't did none of Somalia. Oh, well, they had the Black Hawk Down and all that and everything. Yeah, America did not cause Somalia to be what it is. Somalia shot us out of there. Now, I know America got all kind of dealings here, there, and there, and there. But America is not the sole reason why Somalia is the way it is. But this bitch was talking like our country owes it for her people to be there and shit like that. You know what this broad did? This broad recorded me. She said, yeah, I'm gonna put you online and shit like that. I said, you don't know my country. And this bitch recorded me. That ended the day. She put out her phone and started recording me. And that's how I know I'm blowing up on YouTube, because I didn't even, look, I don't care about none of this YouTube shit. I mean, I do. It's paying me bills, but I'm not walking around like, oh, I'm some YouTube star. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't walk around like that. But I'm starting to see, once people find out that I'm doing shit like that, they looking at me like that. And I gotta be careful. But yeah, that bitch pulled out a phone on me. And she said, yeah, what happens when people hear the stuff you say? And I said, you don't understand my country. I said, I told her my government name. She was recording me just like this. This is how I ended the date with this broad. I said, my name is blah, 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 blah. And I said, I want to tell you and all the people from your country, if you got a problem with black Americans, you're not welcome. Don't stay in your shithole country. Don't come to America. And I told her, I said, it's funny that you think that I can get canceled for that. That lets me know that you don't know my country like that, or my folks. Forget about my country. You don't know my folks like that. If anything, if you put it out, it'll just make me bigger. You think I could cancel saying y'all dirty Somalians don't like blacks, you can come to our country? The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. We already got to deal with white people. We already got to deal with them. We don't need some people that didn't help with nothing. If they want to come over here and have a better life, okay. These people be having shit to say about us. Said cancel culture is real, gang. Yeah, look, I'm saying it on here. Gang, I'm saying it on here. If you're from any country you're from, I don't care where you're from. If you're from Thailand, if you're from Nigeria, if you're from Somalia, I am Moxie. My name is Moxie. If you have a problem with black Americans, don't come to my country. Stay in your shithole country. If you got a problem, I'm gonna say it again. Because it sounds like Alexander don't know what's up. Let me say it for you. If you have a problem with black Americans, don't come to America. Stay in your country. We built that place. They didn't want nobody there that wasn't white. We had to fight for everybody to have a right to get in there. People died for this. They didn't die for you to come to our country, for you to talk bad about us. Stay your ass in your country. It's crazy that you think I can get canceled saying something like that. There's a whole sector built on that called the FBA, fool. And just the fact, there's no other country. This is the audacity of people, y'all. Let me tell you the audacity of people. For me to say that I hate Thais and I'm on my way to Thailand, everybody be like, what are you talking about? Don't go to Thailand. For me to say I hate Europeans, but I'm on my way to Europe. They say, man, what the fuck? Europe don't want you. Don't go to Europe. This person actually thinks it's okay for you to say, I can't stand black Americans and I'm going to America. No. Where is that acceptable? I hear you, Alexander. I hear you. But let me ask you this, because we just talking. There ain't nothing on this serious. But let me ask you this, because it sounds like you probably new to my page. We debate over here and we talk. It ain't nothing serious. Unless you start getting racist, ain't nobody gonna block you. In what country is it acceptable for you to say you don't like the citizens, but I want to go there and I want to get a citizenship? What country is that okay? I told you, I don't like Vietnamese. I didn't like Vietnam. I got the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. What country is it okay for you to say, I don't like those folks, but I'm going to go to their country? That's all I'm saying. It's people that you can go to their page and they okay with you being like that. And I'm not saying you, Alexander. I'm saying people that feel like this, that feel like they can talk about blacks and go to America. My name ain't Richie Mack. My name ain't Richie Mack. I don't have no side knock against my people. I love my people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not no grifter for my people. You know, my name is not Big Bass. I'm not a Sambo. I don't help out house Negroes. I don't fuck with them. Once I knew that dude was a house Negro the moment I met him, and I wasn't cool with that Richie dude. The only way of him getting knowledge from me is he had to send that crackhead who was like fake pro-black. They all Sambos though. They all Sambos. I don't fuck with them. I love being black. You know, black women ain't the best. They don't have the best attitude. I love black women though. It's a lot of negative shit I can come on here and say about black women, but why would I? Whether they got attitudes, whatever, they still a reflection of me. I say that because these niggas will dog black women the fuck out. And it's like, wait a minute, dude. You got a baby with 2 prostitutes and you got them citizenship and you're taking care of kids of 2 prostitutes from other countries. You're taking care of their kid, right? And you got all this shit to say about black women, but it's people from different countries that got you supporting their kids and the kids ain't even yours. There's another man's kids. Will you date an Asian girl? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. There's a group of Thai girls that I'm highly attracted to, but they in southern Thailand, dark skin. But I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think that I can fuck with a woman from a third world country. Because especially where I'm about to go, they ain't gonna be able to handle that. And it just be like me giving them away to somebody else. Because we on our way to the big leagues. I wish y'all could see what's happening in the background, but I ain't gonna say nothing. We on our way to the big leagues, yo. Where we going? Oh, wait till I get back to America. I'm about to go ham. I had all kinds of celebrities in my inbox threatening me, all kinds of shit. Everything had been threatening. I got offers to be on way bigger pages than me that I might take advantage of at some time. But where are we going? I can't have nobody third world on it. It's gonna be too big for them. It ain't gonna embarrass me. You hear these stories all the time of the niggas bringing these third world countries over to America, and after a month or two they ghost. After a month or two they're ghost, and then they end up finding out ain't what they think it is. Then they try to come back. I hear the story all the time. Did y'all hear the story of that passport bro in America that paid for a woman from Kenya? He paid for a woman from Kenya to move over to America and got married to him, right? 6 months after the marriage, this Kenyan woman divorced the black dude, was a black dude, got with some old white dude and bleached her skin. You know why shit like that happens? Because you niggas think these Africans really fuck with you. And you think that we are one group of people. And I'm saying you niggas, I'm talking about myself too, because I thought that the last couple of years too. I thought that too. I thought that too. And it all fits in what we talking about. It all fits in what we talking about. I've been to Brazil one time. I did not feel, from other blacks there, I did not feel no type of animosity or anything, man. And I'm gonna be real with you, the only country that I've been to that I saw blacks and I really couldn't tell the difference between us and them was Brazil. I haven't been to all the other countries. I'm pretty sure it's more countries. But everywhere I've been, When I saw African, I knew that was African. I knew it wasn't one of us. Every now and then I might get food. I ain't gonna lie, but most of the time I know it's African. Brazil was the only place that I couldn't tell. You know why? It's the same ships. It's the same ships. I'm in Thailand right now. It's the same ships though. It's the same ships, right? They didn't treat me like there's some type of separation. And they could have, because I don't speak Portuguese, but I didn't get that treatment from them. I went on a date with this Brazilian girl for the last week while I was there. She hit me up, but at that time, man, I had too many hoes. So I stopped responding to her. I should have kept in contact with her. She's a beautiful Afro chick. We had a very good time. Afro Brazilian. We had a very good time. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm sorry I have to go back on this. I still can't believe that some people think that it's okay to talk bad about black Americans and still want to go in America and we supposed to welcome them. I'm not even gonna front. That bothers me that people even think that. It bothers me. I'm not even gonna front. It bothers me. I promise you. You don't have to believe me though. I promise you. If you could prove someone has said something bad about black Americans and you tell them to go back to their country, nobody ain't gonna call you wrong. It ain't gonna make CNN. Ain't nobody gonna cancel. If anything, they'll try to bury it because it's weird. Even Americans know that's weird. No one is gonna say there's something wrong with this guy. No one is gonna say that. What we gotta ask ourselves is who's making this. We know who it is, but we need to ask ourselves is who's making this possible. Who's making these people think that it's okay to not like black Americans but still want to go to America? Some of the people that's like that is Asians. I talked about them too. Asians be having a problem with black Americans, and they, out of anybody, would not be allowed in America if it wasn't for us. They the ones that fucked up affirmative action in America. They didn't fuck up affirmative action for us. They fucked up affirmative action for everybody. Now they not even getting into the colleges they want. He said they had a whole plaza in Fayetteville full of Southeastern Asian go-go dancers pushing 50 that married some soldiers and bounced when they got their papers. It was next to the plaza. Yeah, man. I already know. This is the only way it'll work. Don't let them passport bros fool you, because none of them get married. But this is the only way it'll work. Any of that shit work. If you're gonna deal with a third world country woman, you gotta keep her in her country. Can't bring her into an America. I'm out here scaling my business. I'm not out here trying to meet no woman. I don't even date Thai girls anymore. If you want me to be real with you, I don't even date Thai girls anymore. I really still don't really fuck with white girls, but I ain't about to come on. I've been thinking, like, should I tell them this? I ain't about to come on here and lie. I done, you know what I mean? My dick done dipped in the mayonnaise a couple times since I've been out here. I ain't about to lie about that. I done dipped in the mayonnaise a couple times since I've been out here. I ain't never get at them. They always get at me. But most of them I done said no to. But it's been a couple of them I took it there. It's been a couple of them I took it there. But I ain't even been dating none of them. I've been dating. I love me some dark skinned Thais though. I'm not even gonna front. I love me some dark skinned Thais. But I'm not out here trying to meet women and all that. I already did all that. I'm out of that. I already know that. He said backpacker box, right? Right. I already know that none of that shit is it's not worth anything. Now I got some girls I done build up rapport with. It's like 2 girls I done build up rapport with. You know what I mean? That, you know, I go out on a date with them. I spend a couple nights with them, and that's just about it. But I ain't taking none of these bras back to, some of these bras are gorgeous. Like, Milk is gorgeous. You think I'm stupid enough to bring Milk back to America with me? She be gone in a motherfucking month. It ain't because I'm nobody or anything like that. It's just, it's overwhelming for them. And they 100%, 99% of the time, they gonna make the wrong decision. And they'll gonna try to come back. But why even deal with that, man? If you want to know what the real problem is that, and I ain't afraid to talk about it. I'm just not gonna go into it deep in my neighborhood. But let me just go ahead and say it. Let me just go ahead and say it, right? The real problem is that dating is fucked up in our community. So everybody's making men men are trying to figure out other things, other ways of like starting families and shit like that. But I'm here to tell you, the passport bro shit ain't the answer. It ain't the answer. That community don't have the answer, and most of them only go places um, where it's red light districts. And the reason why they're so happy and so joyful and all of that is because they don't be getting women like niggas like me be getting. And I'm not saying me personally. I'm talking about niggas that's like me. They don't get women like we get them. So the only time in their life they had an opportunity to do that is places like Pattaya and all. There's some gorgeous looking women in Pattaya that you can get for $30. $30. It's just so overwhelming to them that they want to go online and brag. Look what I'm doing. This is that and the fourth. And it's like, dude, that's a hoe. Any woman you see that's from Pattaya, she's done prostitution work. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that. Ain't no maybe or nothing like that. That's what Pattaya is for. Pattaya is not Thailand. Thailand does not uh, um, um, Thailand does not claim Pattaya. They don't claim Pattaya. They use it for money. That. So if somebody's telling you about Pattaya, they don't really know about Thailand, because that's not Thailand. That's like Vegas for America. You can't tell somebody about America and they've been to Vegas. The rest of America totally different than Vegas. That's what Pattaya is. But the problem is our community. Dayton is fucked up. So niggas is trying to be creative on what they can do. Look, some of these guys, I ain't gonna say every guy has not found. Some of these guys have found good marriages with people outside of their race, but they all stay in that country. You're not bringing them to America. They staying in that country. I don't have no plans on living in. When I come back to America, I'm not. I may visit somewhere else, but I'm not moving out of America until after I buy a house. After I buy a house, then I can like move back and forth between countries. You see what I'm saying? When I buy a house, you know, up until I buy a house, I don't think I'm ever live in the country, you know. But when I come back, I'm there to stay for a long time. This was just God had to show me something, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna front. I feel stupid before I lived overseas. I do. I thought I was smart, but it opened up a whole nother section of my brain. I thought I knew. Like I thought it's a lot of shit that I thought I had a hold on and I knew it. But it's like once I went overseas and I lived, not visit, I lived. It's like not only did the things that I thought I knew mean something different to me. Now, people weird sometimes. Not only did something that I knew. I ain't gonna say that I didn't know it, but it was almost like what's the best way of explaining this? Okay, best way of explaining this is like that bush there. I just had a leaf, and I thought I knew that whole bush, but I just had a leaf. I only knew a small portion of what was really going on, and I ain't gonna front, yo. It can be depressing. It could be depressing because when you start thinking that they just fucked stuff up for us in America, that's one thing. But then when you start figuring out, no. Not only is they fucking this whole world up, they're outright fucking it up for you. For some reason, black folks, and I'm not even talking about the Africans. I'm talking about you, black Americans. Some of y'all Brazilians too, Americans. The black Americans all the way from Canada all the way down. It's something about you that they real afraid of, especially you black Americans. They don't want y'all meeting and talking without them around, and I understand it now. I literally understand it now. I thought I knew it. You know, but I understand it more, man. We are a threat to them because there really ain't no more threats to them. If Asians can have it the way they wanted it, they would be white. They'll all be one happy community. Don't ever look to them for help. They're not gonna help. Most of them, even here in Thailand, they white worshipers. The part that I really was I was in shock, but I seen it enough. One thing you need to know about your boy, I'm not gonna make no judgment off of seeing something 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I have to see it like 8, 9, 10 times before I be like, okay, this is what it is. This is what it is. But I was just shocked. I could not believe Africans were so much white worshipers like that. They are not the warriors that you think they are. They're white worshipers. It's sickening though. It's sickening. It's like, nigga, you ain't got no type of integrity, no pride. You kissing the ass of these people that they want to talk about us so much. We came from slavery. Their countries are still ruled by white people. How are you kissing the ass of some people that got your country poor and is taking all your resources? You can't stand up for yourself? You can't stand up for yourself? Oh, but it's easy to talk bad about black Americans, right? Because we got white people last name, right? Yo, they call us slaves and all that, dogs. You want to know something? They still got slaves. Muslims and all that, they still got slaves in Africa right now. A Nigerian will call you a slave. They still got slaves in Nigeria right now. They talk bad about you because they know you don't know their history. And when you read their history, it don't make you want to talk bad about them. It makes you want to be like, yo, how fucking dare you say anything bad about my people? Look at what you're going through right now. Right now. Mama San funded that corner bar on long time and short time in her 20s. No time. Listen, I'm not about to sit here and come on here and not say that ain't no problem in the black community with dating. It is. I've met a good amount of black women here in Bangkok. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. There's a big population of black single moms moving to Bangkok now. Bangkok. Moving to Bangkok. Some of them are moving to Vietnam, but majority of them are moving to Bangkok. They saw us out here. It is what it is. I'm actually impressed by it. Yeah, follow your kings and see what your kings got going on. Follow them. See what your kings got going on. But there's a big group of them that's moving out here. And I've been seeing them. I done met a couple of them. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. They all got the same thing going on. And the ones I met, I ain't gonna be dating none of them. They all single moms. They all like a 5 or 6 on a scale of 10. They all like a 5 or 6, but that is what it is. When it comes to like, because now I'm gonna have to find somebody long term, right? So when it comes to finding somebody long term, looks ain't gotta be number one. I just gotta be able to wake up to you and not be afraid waking up to you, you know. But looks ain't gotta be number one, right? But all of them are obese. All of them are obese, and I'm not a black woman, so I'm not into y'all culture. I don't know what y'all be watching, but I don't know what it is that y'all was watching, but somebody got them thinking that obesity is beautiful. And all these women that I met, they were all obese, and they were all like implying and talking to me like I like old because we in another country that I old dating them because they're a black woman. They ain't never say that, but it was like those type of feelings I was getting, and it's like, nah, I'm being nice to you because you're from my community, you know, but you're obese. My mama is obese. My mama got obese. When she had me, she wasn't obese. She obese now. My mama be trying to lift weight or trying to lose weight, you know, but somebody done taught them that it's beautiful. And guess who got to deal with that? Black men got to deal with that. And I'm not forcing myself to deal with somebody from my community that I don't want to be with because of what the Democrats taught them, because that's who got them to think that. Let's be real. That's who got them to think that. It's the Democrats who got them to think that. I support my sisters. I will fight for my sisters. I don't have to attach myself to somebody that's obese and I'm not attracted to. And this is another thing, because I'm talking lightly here, because they get like all offended, like it's something like you breaking the rules, talking about they obese and you don't want to date them because they obese. Don't get me wrong, I ain't say this to none of them, right? But that's just the reason. I'm not into just disrespecting people. That's the reason. I'm not dating somebody that's obese. You weigh 3 times. I'm a $175. You weigh twice the much, twice as, and this is the thing. I like thick girls. I can fuck a skinny girl, but I like thick girls. I ain't never say I like fat girls. I can't deal with fat girls. You know, somebody got them thinking that's part of the problem. Somebody got them thinking that's beautiful and it's not. And the sad part about it is, they don't show off white women like that. You can't have these. I'm gonna be real with you. You can't have these conversations with the majority of black women because they've been given so much power. You see what I'm saying? And they've been given so much power over us politically. They've been given power over us to where you can't even tell them what you like and don't like Because if it don't fit what they shit is, that's an automatic disconnection. Okay, well, date yourself. That's just the way it is. I ain't gonna blame the black woman because it's my fault. But the only reason why I'm not married now, because I done had 3 chances to get married. I can get married right now. I could, if I wanted to, I can be married within the next year. It's a woman we talking. I don't plan on going back and marrying her. I ain't gonna lie. Now that I'm getting older, some of the stuff she did, I should have had more of an appreciation for it, right? Which I do now. But the reason why I didn't marry her, and the reason why I didn't marry the other 2 women, and I was engaged one time, and the reason why I didn't marry the other 2 women, there's always been something deep down inside of me where I didn't feel comfortable marrying a woman that's not black. I'm 40 now. You know what that means? 50, 60 knocking on the door. I'll blink my eye, I'll be 50, 60 tomorrow. Right? At some point, I have to tell myself, man, you gotta let that go. At some point. At some point. Okay, Alexander, okay, that's what's up. I expect you to be off my stream now. Ain't nobody gonna block you, but I got mental issues. I have problems. You are somebody that don't have problems. So you don't need to be around people that have problems. So, whatever the case, I shouldn't expect to see you. Ain't nobody gonna block you or nothing. We talking about integrity here. I expect to see you off of my live stream. Because we over here having a conversation with my community. I don't even think you're a part of my community. And I really don't care about what you have to say. I don't recognize your name. You know, some of these names in here, I recognize them. They're part of my community. I don't recognize your name. I don't care about what you think. But we having a conversation in here. So please, just go somewhere else, man. Like, go somewhere where you celebrate it, not tolerate it. All right? Because I have mental issues. And you are somebody that seems like you don't, because they listening to me and we know each other. I know nobody know you around here. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, just go ahead. I shouldn't be seeing your name in here no more because I done bother you so much and you don't have mental issues and I do. So for you to keep your mental sanity, just go somewhere, man. You don't want to, if you start talking to somebody that got mental issues, you're going to start having mental issues. Yeah, go somewhere. Nobody wants you around. Like, but the point that I was making is at some point, I'm going to have to drop that. I ain't even going to front. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. The girl that I'm talking to, and I don't plan on going back dating her. I don't. I just appreciated some of the things she had said to me when we was dating. Because we dated for like a year and a half in Brooklyn. She an Australian chick. Blonde hair, blue eye. Australian chick. Yup. Fat ass. Near my age. You know what I mean? I've been, me being 40, I've been getting used to dating a lot of girls that's like 28, 29. Because another thing is, that's fucked up for me, is a lot of women my age look like my mother. Because I'm in so much of good shape. I'm just being real. I'm in so much of a good shape for my age. A lot of women my age, they come across as like my mother. Like, that's how much older they look to me. And not only that, our lives don't match. They done already been through a marriage. They got 2 kids and stuff like that. I ain't never been married. And I got one girl pregnant, she had a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that. So a lot of times our lives don't match. So, I've been going on a lot of dates with like 28, 29, 30. You know what I mean? This Australian woman is closer to my age and she ain't never had no kids and all that. And I appreciate how we was. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna front. This woman, she did everything but begged me to get married. She did. He said them Australian chicks blow up after that ring. They're cool though. Yeah, she's very cool. I don't know if y'all remember, I fucked that 21 Australian girl in Vietnam. But she knew my age. She just liked me. So it was, I got rid of her real quick, man. I don't know if y'all remember that girl. Australian broad. She was a lot of fun. But She did everything but pretty much beg me. I'm not even gonna lie. She was like, me and you are around the same age. We making around the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm attracted to you. I know you attracted to me. Yeah, I was attracted to her. You know what I mean? Only thing about her is when she got drunk, boy, when she got drunk, boy, her mouth was wild. Like that was the biggest red flag for me. Like I saw, like if I ended up getting married with her, I saw fist fights. I did. She's Australian, so not only did when she get drunk, she talk a lot of shit, but she get real physical. She can get real physical, and I don't like that shit. I wouldn't take that from a black woman. Why I'm gonna take it from a white woman? So that was a deal breaker for me and her. When she ain't drunk, we had a very good chemistry. And I'm not saying like I'm about to go back, and I'm using this girl as an example. I don't never really go back most of the time. I can't remember not one time in my life that I go back with a girl after we was done. Every single time that was it. I never went back. So I'm able to have conversations with her because I appreciated what we had. I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have, but now that I'm older, I kind of get what she was saying. She was like, you gonna get older, you gonna need somebody to take care of you. She pitched her shit to me. I'm not even gonna front, but I was still like, I ain't trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? The biggest problem is for me though too, is entertainment. Until I became independent, I didn't think about having no kid. I'm becoming independent now. And what I mean by that is once you have a kid and you get a job and white people start talking to you any kind of way and they start sabotaging your work and try to get you fired, you gotta go through it because you got a kid you gotta take care of. It's just me. So I can go at a job and them folks can start acting the way they act. And I'll be like, yo, you know what? I just wanna work. Y'all put me through too much stuff. Yo, go get the HR. I done did this at a job before. Go get the HR lady. Let me go ahead and get rid of it. No, I don't like the way you're talking to me. And you're purposely doing that for me to do something to you. I just wanna work. I could go find another job somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? I just wanna work. So I can tell y'all not gonna let me work. I can go get another job for a bigger company. Man, go get the HR lady. I done did that at jobs. And I don't use this voice. It turns into this voice. Usually at work, I'm like, yeah, you know, hey, how's it going? Yeah, Bob, and da-da-da-da-da. When they start acting a certain type of way, it snap. Hey, look, Bob, I ain't got time to play with your shit. I see the way you've been talking. I see the way you've been going this week. I'm just gonna get a job somewhere else. And they don't, even when they know you about to quit, they don't like you talking to them like that. They don't. Even, it'd be like, yo, go get the HR. Don't say nothing else to me, Bob. We'll get HR. I done had to do that at a couple jobs. And I can do that because I didn't have a kid. I didn't have a kid. And just so y'all know, I'm not a fire worker. I'm not a fire starter. I don't do that just like I go through one or two problems. Oh, fuck it, I quit. No. I'd be after months and months of problems. And then I start thinking about it. It'd be like, yo, is this money worth it? Nah, this money ain't worth it. Okay, let's start looking for another job. You know, your mental is worth more than any money, man. And these jobs, they try to give people mental issues. They will. He said that's that penal colony DNA. This nigga funny. He talking about the Australian chick. Yeah, man. But the point that I was making out of all of that, I am hopping around a little bit. The point that I was making out of all of that is, I've had a Latin girl, and I've had 3 white women do everything but say, let's get married. You know, a woman ain't gonna say, like, marry me, but they be throwing them little signs out there. You know what I mean? I even had a Thai girl go like this. Milk did this to me one time. Y'all know when they do this, they want a ring. There's no way I'm about to do that with a Thai girl. I'm not. Thai people are cool, but they the world's #1 cheaters. They the #1 world, and I'm not talking about no Pattaya. I'm talking about regular Thai folks. They #1 on promiscuous. They #1 on marriages ending in infidelity, and the women cheat more than the men. So, but yeah, at some point, I'm getting close to there. I'm still not comfortable. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but at some point, if I can't find a black woman, I'm just gonna have to find who loves me. Straight up. I'm gonna have to find who loves me. But I am not married yet because I don't feel comfortable marrying outside of my community. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to hold on. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it with a white girl though. I don't think I can do it. I think that's the one deal breaker. I don't think I can do it with one. If I would have did it with that Australian girl. I don't think I can do it. I do not think I can do it, man. Asian? Mm. The funny part about it is I would do it with an African girl. Yeah, hello. When they start pointing, I start pointing back. I don't give a fuck. The funny thing is, I could possibly do it with an African, but it's like I'm starting to find out. Not only, yo, listen, Black Americans, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Africans think that they better than you. Yo, Africans think. Let me tell you what Africans think. First of all, this Moxie approved. This us over here. We ADOS. Well, I ain't gonna say them. They don't. Everybody don't represent what I represent, right? But over here on Moxie approved, y'all just like me. The 8 of y'all. Some of y'all don't know me, but the few of y'all, even if it's 5 of y'all, like P. Morton, I know we don't agree on everything, but I know we have a lot in common. That's why we've been together for so long. We don't care about what white people think over here. We don't care about what white people think over here. Them Africans do. But them Africans think that white people look at them better than us because they're not a Black American. They think they better than you. Yo, remember when we was growing up and they used to have them on Tom and Jerry and the Looney Tunes? They swinging, they used to have them swinging on vines and shit. And it's like, we all knew that was bullshit. We didn't want to come at them like that. And even though I know they talk about the African, he said if I wasn't already old and married, Cape Verde and Morocco would be on my list, brother. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. I would fuck with an African. I would. I think Morocco's Africa, ain't that? Or is Morocco? I think Morocco's right off of Africa, ain't it? Ain't Morocco a part of Africa? I think it is. But I'm not traveling nowhere to meet someone. I'm just gonna have to meet them. I'm not no passport bro. I ain't never went to one country and said I'm going there to fuck some bras. That's passport bros. I never did that. I never went to, there's no country that I went to and I went there to just be like, yo, I'm coming here to fuck some bras. I did that in America. I did do that to Vegas. I mean, who don't do that to Vegas? I don't be buying no prostitutes, but I went to Vegas like, yo, if I meet somebody here, it's going down. That's what Vegas is for. That's the only place I ever went to do that. I ain't never went nowhere and like, yo, I'm going somewhere to fuck some broad or whatever. But I ain't gonna lie, niggas may have to get to that. Maybe not me, but niggas. One thing I refuse, because I was raised in a very catastrophic home. That's one thing I refuse. In my second half of my life, I refuse to put myself in a relationship with anybody of any color where I'm gonna be arguing and fighting all day. I grew up with that. It would be torture for me to go through the second part of my life. Second half of my life dealing with that, and I had the choice of not that. You can't. It's not up to you who your parents are. God awards that to you. You have a choice to pick who you gonna get married to. You have a choice, and I refuse to get married to somebody that's gonna cuss me out all the time and shit like that. And even when we sitting here talking about it now, it's still hard for me to think of myself with somebody outside of my community. It is still hard, but at some point I'm gonna have to do that. I don't have a choice, or I don't want to be one of these other folks. I don't want to be in no get older and I don't have no wife and shit. My sister and my nieces got to take care of me. I don't want to be that. And now, these next 2 years, I have an opportunity of making real money on YouTube. Real money. I'm talking about these next 2 years, if God willing, the pace that I'm on in these next 2 years, I'm gonna get it to where I'm pulling in 15 to 20,000 in the next 2 years. 15 to 20,000 a month. That's the pace that I'm on. Like ask ChatGPT. It's the pace that I'm on, right? I don't want to be in a when you got like I got a brother that's a millionaire, and one thing about niggas that got real money, they look at you weird if you older and you're not married, because they look at your wife as your investment, right? And most of them, if you look at their wives, they be having ugly ass wives, and that don't mean nothing. That just means that's somebody that they trust. They be doing their shit on the side too, please believe. But the wife is just there. This is the one I trust, and this is the one that's been loyal enough to be in that position. That's what most of them have. And you start getting into business and doing business with these people, and they look at you and you what, 42, 43, 44, 48, and you ain't got no wife or no kids. It's kind of weird to them. I'm being real with you. If that turns into me, then I have to accept it. Because another thing I also found out is that I'm not weird. I found out 50% of the people black in my community that's my age never been married and never had no kids, just like me too. That lets me know it's a problem in our community. Thailand is not the answer to that. Vietnam is not the answer to that. Maybe, there's a place out there. I ain't been to every country. Maybe there's a place out there where you can meet something that's like that. But I have a feeling, and this is just being real. He said that is a gem drop, Mark. Trust is key. That's what's up, P. Morton. And once again, thank you, P. Morton, coming on here, man. I didn't know how this live was gonna go. I definitely didn't want to be P. Morton, Tangi. Who else was in here? A few of y'all. Thank y'all, because y'all know this stream wouldn't have went the way it's going now if there's a whole bunch of trolls in here and just me and them. So thank y'all who usually fuck with me. Come on here. It's been a long time. I missed y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't about the looks when it get to that point. Yeah, it's about somebody that they trust, and stuff like that. But let's be real. We know how our country works. The next couple years, my name jumps into prominence, which is already doing. But the bigger that we get over here, I'm not gonna have a problem finding a submissive black woman. That's when you're not gonna have a problem. When all that money coming in and your name's being uttered out there, all of a sudden you don't have problems finding a submissive black woman. But then the problems come back once y'all have a couple kids, because they got that ass. They got that ass. So, yo, man, what's going on? Oh, no, let me turn off this Wi-Fi shit. I ain't gonna be too long. All right, folks, good. Turn that Wi-Fi off. I ain't gonna be too much longer, because I've already been on here. Wow, I'm trying to figure out why this shit ain't charging. Man, a nigga getting older, man. I look 32. Why is this shit not charging? The fuck? Okay, there we go. Naja, what's up with you, Naja? I don't know if this is the same person. I think we talked on Instagram before. I missed you too, Naja. We did talk on Instagram. I'm gonna start doing more live streams on here. I don't be caring if it's 10 of y'all. You know why? Because it's 10 of y'all that I know and I fuck with. To be honest with you, I ain't like it all the time when I had all them trolls in there, 300-400 motherfuckers in there I don't know. Because these conversations ain't meant for everybody either. They not meant for everybody anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, but yeah, I enjoyed talking to y'all. I enjoy, and I missed y'all. I'm gonna do some more live streams. Yeah, I think we talked on Instagram before, Naja, or we spoke here. I saw you on Instagram. But yeah, I have a problem, and my problem is it's a community problem. It's a me problem, but it ain't just my problem. I'm pretty sure there's other black men that feel the same way that I feel, to where they ain't met someone that they feel comfortable enough to be with forever in a community, but at the same time, they ain't comfortable being like that outside of their community. So at some point, you're gonna have to make a decision. At some point, we're just gonna have to make a decision. He said, just post up at the financial aid office at a decent college and hand out application, bro. He funny. See, that's another problem that our country has. It's not a good time to talk about that. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's not a good time to talk about it. Read the room, Moxie. Read the room. I ain't gonna talk about that right now, but yeah. It's tempting to talk about it, but I can't talk right now. Ain't the right time to talk about it, because it's dudes acting up. Well, you know what? This Moxie, I ain't afraid to talk about anything. I'm just gonna say this. The another worst part about that Floyd conversation that we was having out there is that people are using that to make other stuff creepy. And that's when you got to be to the point where you just can't care about what people saying. Now let me get to what I'm saying. Because of this Floyd shit, you'll see people, because I'm bringing this up because Pete Morton, you talked about going to a college and handing out applications. I can't do that, not in America. You know why? I'm 40 now. So what they gonna say? Oh, you trying to deal with a 21, 22-year-old, which is nothing wrong with it. It's totally legal. But because there's so many people that's single, all of a sudden I'm a creep because I want to deal. Now me personally, at 40, I can't see myself marrying someone 21, 22. The mentality is off. I could totally see me get married to somebody 26, 25, 26, you know, because that's when a woman really becomes, but at that time they getting out of college. But that's when a woman is really starting to become herself, 25, 26. There's some people that would say it's something wrong with me when I know it's not nothing wrong with me. My parents, it's an 11-year gap between my parents. Some of y'all got parents like that. But this whole PDF culture that took off so much where now they're starting to turn stuff that's not illegal into illegal shit. You see what I'm saying? I've had many 17, 18-year-olders in these countries get at me. From what I know, because sometimes these girls lie about their age in these other countries. From what I know, I ain't never been with none of them. I know I ain't been with no underage girl, period. I know that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I done been with an 18 or 19-year-old and didn't know it. I don't go after them or anything like that. I don't think no man my age should be getting married to women that young. Would I call them a creep? Yeah, 18, 19, I would call them a creep. It's not illegal though. They're not a PDF file. You know what I mean? He said, well, women be wild in 25, 26. Yes, that's a fact. 25, 26, for me, I'm gonna say 27. If God was like, yo, I'm gonna give you a wife right now, tell me what age you want her, I would say 27. 27, that's a little bit, she still got a little bit of freak in her from her younger years. Why she's stepping into the maturity of her older years. That's a perfect age to me. She like stepping into the maturity of her older years, but she still got a little bit of freak of her from the younger years. That's a perfect age for me. But they got this thing now with dating and age in America is a big deal. I don't like that either. The only thing that should be a big deal is PDF files. That's the only thing that should be a big deal, you know? And another thing is they only doing it for certain people, right? You hear little jokes about Bill Belichick. What Bill Belichick, 72 years old? He with a 25-year-old, a 24-year-old or something like that? That's ridiculous. You don't see many people bringing his name up there. They just say, hey, it's a little weird. Ain't nobody calling him a creep or anything like that. Let a black man do that. You got R-word tendencies, right? And I wasn't gonna bring this up, but I hate being fearful of shit. I fight against fear. I do. I fight against fear. I didn't want to bring this up, but I felt myself being afraid of bringing it up, so I made myself bring it up because I did talk about Floyd. And that's part of the Floyd conversation that I don't like, is that they're trying to mix what Floyd did. I don't know Floyd. I never met Floyd. The nigga's a weirdo. The nigga's a weirdo. I'm creatively weird, not no weirdo. I think outside the box when it comes to writing scripts. I've been going to perform. I went to performing arts from 6th grade on up. I've been an entertainer my whole life. You see, I think out the box. That part of me is weird. Not no weirdo though. You see what I'm saying? But that is another reason why I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all. Don't ever put me in that Passport Bro group. Because I've been talking to y'all like this before that whole community blew up. When I saw the way these dudes was, I came to y'all before anybody and I told y'all, these Passport Bros are everything that y'all black women said they were. I did. I came on here and told y'all that a long time ago. I said I don't fuck with them. They weirdos. I was in the WhatsApp group. They in the WhatsApp group sharing sneak pictures. Like they sneaking, they got videos of them sneak filming a woman. They have videos in these WhatsApp groups of the Passport Bros of them with sneak cams where a woman is being recorded and not knowing it. Like, no nigga that know how to pull a woman ever. You all want to know something? This Thai woman begged me for a reason y'all women can figure out. This Thai woman begged me to film us having sex, right? Because apparently some shit she ain't seen before. Y'all get what I'm saying. So she was so adamant about us recording it. I didn't want to do that. Nah, man. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm not no dude. I can't have a video of me. She tried to talk to me, put a hat on, all that. I ain't gonna front. I almost thought about it, but it just didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit right with me, you know. And the proposed proposition I gave her, she wasn't willing. I said, I'll record it and I'll keep it and I'll edit it and I'll send it to you. She didn't want to do that. She wanted it. She wanted to keep it. I'm not doing that. Why especially, I'm in the middle of blowing up. Do you think I need videos, random videos up there of me fucking some chick on somebody's hard drive somewhere? Don't get me wrong, I'm not the most perfect person in the world, but I'm still a soldier for the Most High. I'm not trying to have no videos out there. These niggas I got bitches asking me to record us, turning it down. These niggas is sneaking shit with these women and putting it in groups and the women don't even know. That's real creep shit. I did not keep it a secret. I came out here, I didn't say no names. You see? I ain't say no names. I came on here and I told y'all. I said these niggas is weirdos. These niggas was going up to girls that I was meeting and was going up to the girl the next day after they saw me with the girl. I done had a few of them tell me this. A few of them. And I told y'all this before. And they was paying the girls extra money. Extra money. And they literally told them, that dude with the funny hair, that's what they was telling them, dude with the hair, fuck me, I'll pay you 10,000 baht if you fuck me like you fucked him. That's weirdo behavior. That's weirdo behavior. I came on here and I told y'all all that weird shit that I was seeing. I ain't keeping no secret from y'all. I told y'all. I have to get out of here in a minute. My battery's dying. But I told y'all. He said she working on the sizzle reel. Nah, if you want me to be clear, she never seen a eggplant like mine. Let's put it like that. She ain't never seen an eggplant like mine. Ain't nothing to brag about. I'm getting old, man. Patrice O'Neal got the best joke for that. When Patrice O'Neal turned 40, he said, man, I'm in my 40s now, man. I can't get it up like it used to. He said, I can do it, but it take a while to get there. He said, you got to smack him on up a couple times. Hey, wake on up. I can't do it the way he did it. He was like, you got to wake it up a little bit. Wake on up. Okay, I'm up. That's my favorite comedian of all time, Patrice. Yeah, it's getting like that for me. I'm getting older. But you know what I mean? This nigga still in shape. So, you know what I mean? This girl was all enthused by that. She wanted it on tape. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, I ain't about to have no random. I only brought that up because that's the type of shit that these niggas will yearn for. Because they ain't never been successful with women like that. And the reason why I grouped them in with Floyd is because they all the same when it comes to certain shit. They don't have success with women. And they think paying for pussy is success for women. They think they're competing with you by buying a prostitute. Like these guys, and they don't think that this is nasty work. They think that it's normal. So I came on here a long time ago telling y'all about that. You know what I mean? But I see what they're already trying to do. They're trying to they're trying to turn that into anybody where there's any type of age separation over maybe like 5 years, something wrong. Nah, man. That nigga was 30 years old. Yo, they even said that dude was with a 6-year-old. That motherfucker's just straight up sick. What I like is I ain't never came online talking like none of them niggas. They all talk alike. You can hear him saying some of the same shit as some of the biggest passport bros. They all was talking alike. All of them was talking alike. I ain't had nothing in common with none of them niggas. I never came online talking like none of them niggas. None of them niggas can say that they met up with me and we was sitting down talking. None of them. I seen some. I never seen Floyd. Who did I see before? Of course I seen Zoom. I made Zoom to Thailand cry. He talked all this shit. That Zoom to Thailand dude heard me say something. I saw him. He was with 6 dudes. They acting like they was gonna jump me. And once I figured out, oh wait a minute, y'all acting like, yeah, because he was like, yeah, I saw you say something online. I guess because that dude is phony. He was smiling like this. He said, hey, I saw you say something bad about me online. I went like this. I said, yeah, that's how I feel. Ask him. And there was people there. I saw. It was like 40 people saw it. I said, yeah, that's how I feel. What's up? He said, yeah, we ain't really. He's still smiling. Yeah, we ain't really taking that over here. Well, I said, well, what's going on then? It's like 6 old niggas. I said, well, what's going on then? Well, we fighting? What's up? Once the other niggas saw how I was, you know what they was like? Oh, you on your own, Richie. God, strike me down if I'm lying. It was like, yo, you on your own, Richie. Hey, y'all niggas go over there in the parking lot. I said, come on, let's go in the alley. Yeah, y'all go in the alley. Come on. He didn't really want to go in the alley, but it was his idea. Now he was stuck in it. We fighting, right? Come on, let's go to the alley. Niggas started crying. Like a bitch. Niggas started crying. Like a bitch. Man, I done ran with all kind of Crips and Bloods, nigga. I done told niggas that shoot my face off to suck my dick. I ain't never start crying. I ain't got nothing in common with them niggas. And I told y'all a long time ago that they weirdos, man. Chocolate Man in Thailand, another dude, weirdo. Chocolate Man in Thailand was going around telling people ain't no prostitution in Pattaya. It's just crazy, man. That whole community, don't listen to none of them black content creators. That whole community is foul. If you want to go to a place and really want to know what's going on there, unfortunately, you have to watch white creators. That's how fucked up it is. You got to watch them. You can't watch us. That's big in the Passport Bro community. You can't watch us. You got to watch them, right? And you won't hear me talking about them that much in the future. I'm only bringing them up here now because I wanted to talk about that Passport Bro shit. Just to tell y'all, I told y'all this a long time ago. And don't ever group me with them niggas. Because it didn't take for me to see some Floyd shit to tell you that them niggas is weirdos and I don't fuck with them. I told y'all that a long time because I saw it myself. It's weirdos. Weird niggas. Saw it myself. Even that crackhead dude, that's when I knew. I kind of was like, yeah, I shouldn't be friends with this dude. Because you kind of figure out people slow. That little crackhead dude, he's missing tooth. He like 6 years old. Age don't matter. But, you know, he got caught stealing from a convenience store 2 years ago. And you got a missing tooth and you caught stealing from a convenience store. To me, you a crackhead, right? Even him. Slowly but surely, I started to find out, yeah, I shouldn't be talking to this dude. Because I figured out he was setting me up because I started seeing the way that I was. He was trying to be it. And he was always competing with me. And I'm like, your friends don't compete with you because y'all like. Ain't really no competing. He was always competing with me. And that's why I was like, wait a minute. This dude's competing with me. He almost 20 years older than me. He ain't got no swag, and I know something. When someone is trying to compete with you, and y'all supposed to be friends, and they're trying to compete with you, if they don't succeed, which they're not, when someone's trying to be you, they're never gonna succeed, because there's only one you. As long as you yourself, if someone's trying to be you, they won't succeed. I said one day me and this dude gonna fall out. Because he keep competing with me and he's trying to be me, and he's 20 years older than me. He should be trying, if anything, he should be trying to show me. But he ain't had nothing to show me. So it turned into him trying to compete with me, and that's when I started tuning out with him. But I said all that to say, he was going to countries, like he went to Costa Rica. And I was like, how things down there in Costa Rica? You meet any women down there and all that? He started talking about the red light district. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't be quiet with him. I'm not like him. I didn't say good things to him on the phone, and we got off, I started talking shit. I told him right there on the money. I said, dude, don't tell me about anything you did with no prostitute. That don't count. You can't tell me about what you're doing in another country with prostitutes. That don't count. That's when I started to see all these dudes alike. All these dudes got mental issues. They won't go to a country if it ain't got a red light district there. They can't go they can't do nothing. They weirdos. You know what I'm saying? So I just got what P. Morton said. He said she working on a sizzle reel. That's funny as hell. You ain't getting my dick on there, man, period. You ain't getting my dick on there. He's trying to get me to wear a hat and all kinds of shit. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just not gonna take. I'm not doing that. I'll tape you doing it, but you're not about to have me in that shit at all. I don't know. Maybe she thought since she looked so good that I was gonna say, yeah, nah, man. I ain't one of them passport bros. I don't fuck celebrities, man. I'm not one of them passport bros, man. Not one of them passport bros, but yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to show up more on these live streams for this page because I like being able to talk to y'all on here and not worried about my main page because now it's a business for me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I want to keep a certain page or a certain sector for me to talk to y'all. I might move us one more time. I'm not gonna lie. I might use this as my main page backup, and I might make one more move for us. When we talk about like our community, we talk about this World War III shit, just so y'all know where my mind is going. I don't want to do that on my main page because I don't think I'm ever going back to the work sector again. If things go the way it should go, there's no reason for me to go back to the 9-to-5 work sector. I'm in a position on here where I could really start making some serious money. Y'all don't watch me and supported me for years, and I appreciate it. Now that I'm doing it, right, why go on there and start dogging out Africans? Why go on there and start dogging out PFDs when I can create another page for us to go and do that, you know, and you know, entertain them. The other page entertain folks, you know what I mean? They watch the ad reviews. Some people give me super chats. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Why? It'd just be stupid to just get rid of customers. They're a customer. And I don't even think I need to explain this to y'all. I don't have a problem with white people as a whole. I have a problem with the system. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be real hard to trust them. I had one of them, the nigga that got me hired at Disney. We had a disagreement outside of work. The nigga tried to get me fired 6 months in a row. And he tried to use my color. A nigga that's supposed to be my friend. He's supposed to be my best friend at the time. Tried to get me fired from Disney. He's my color. So it's like, it's just hard to trust him. That don't mean I can't have him as a customer on my main page. I just need, I can't, sometimes it's hard for me to sleep if I don't talk these messages online, right? We doing God's work on Moxie Approved page. Let's get that clear. These are all niggas that's telling people to kill people, shit like that. They fooled me. When I was a kid, I wanted to be like Tupac and all these goofies. I'm having fun roasting these motherfuckers and showing the world that they liars. There's nothing wrong with cap stories on what I'm doing. There's nothing that's gonna put me in hell from that. From doing that, I found a perfect sacrifice for us. Because you know YouTube is negative. I found a perfect sacrifice for us. God ain't gonna put me in hell talking about these demonic rappers that's getting paid off by the Jews. He ain't gonna put me in hell for that. I'm fucking them all up. The Game. If you ain't checked out The Game, part 1, part 2, oh my God, wait till y'all see what I do with Meek Mill part 2. Meek Mill might come looking for me. Yo, Meek Mill might come looking for me, yo. What I tell you what I'm about to do to this nigga on part 2? Pause. Like, I'm doing the Lord's work over there. I feel, because my whole problem with entertainment is I never wanted to do something that will put me in the bad light of the Most High and put my people in the bad light. So it took me a while, but I found a sacrifice. I found the perfect medium for me to blow up, be negative, be rightfully negative. Found the perfect medium. So why not keep them as customers, right? But I want to keep a space for us to have these conversations. So what I haven't done, the only reason why I only got 300 subs here is I never attached this to my main page. I could have easily put this on my home page and say subscribe to this. Now I might do that. I might start doing that. What I'm gonna do if I do that, I'm gonna start doing more live streams on here, and I'm gonna move us one more time. And then I don't care. When I do that third page, that's just gonna be the page for us to talk. I don't care if it be like 10 of us in here like it is now. I don't care if I be having like 200 subs. It's just gonna be the one page where I get the real message out there for people that wanna hear it. But trust me, it's not gonna work with me doing World War III live streams like this on my main page, and then I got like a Tekashi 6ix9ine cap story after that. I'm just explaining y'all where I'm at now, because y'all, I do just owe y'all explanation, because a few of y'all, especially like Pete Morton, y'all been following me for years. And it's like my niche changed. I went from Kwame Brown all the way to cap stories. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, and I want a place. I'm gonna have a place and keep a place for us to talk like this. You know what I mean? And it ain't like them other people ain't gonna be able to find that page, but it's like, look, if you have a problem with me talking that shit that I'm talking, then don't follow that page. I keep that page where I talk to my folks about my community and shit like that. If you like the cap story, stay over there. This page is for my folks. So I'm warning y'all, I might move us one more time. But For right now, I'm gonna keep up. I got to monetize this page. I'm real close, but I need to monetize this page. He said hip hop nowadays got me breaking out the Black Star record. Not gonna lie, near unlistenable now. Yeah, well, it's moving out of the genre. It's moving out of what it was built for. Well, first of all, it's already moved out what it was built for, but it's moving out of like it's moving out of lyrics. It's been moving out of lyrics, but it's like really moving out of lyrics now. It's moving from there. It's to the point where niggas don't even have lyrics. Like that Playboy Cardi, he's a vibe. I can't listen to that nigga. He's one of the biggest new artists. Can't listen to that nigga. And he's a vibe. You know? The reason why hip hop is so fucked up now is because they don't want to go back to what it was. And that's really the only place to go right now. It's not selling because these artists, first of all, most of them can't go back to what it was because they don't know how to do it. They done built it up on so much non-lyrical shit. Now it's time. Kendrick set it up for that, where it's time to go back to some lyrical shit. They can't do it. They can't do it. You know, hold on. There's one of them around. Anytime one of them come around, I have to watch him. All right, he ain't bothering us. But it was one of them around. 90% of the time when they come around, they fuck with us. They stop, they stare, and it's like, what the fuck you staring at? I know you got black people in your country. I don't care about the Asians staring, but I know you as a European or got black people in your country. What the fuck you looking at? It's your problem. I talk to them like that sometimes. All right. Yeah, sometimes you gotta talk to them like that. They'll try to treat you like you a problem in a country that's not even theirs, in a country that they causing more problems than anybody. Like, yeah, man. But anyways, y'all have a wonderful New Year. It's already New Year's Eve to me. It's 12 hours away. For me, what time is it? Actually, it's less than that. It's 3 p.m. here, so it's about 9 hours away. I don't celebrate New Year's, but I have to change things up. I have a ongoing business now. I'm hiring a team. You know, shit. This time next year, we're gonna be on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hiring a team right now. And the reason why I'm saying I'm switching shit up is because I never celebrate New Year's. New Year's for me is my birthday. That's when I look at, okay, where am I compared to last year at this time, and where do I want to be this time next year? You know, I use my birthday for that, but I have to switch things up because now that I got a business going, I need to make plans for my business for the next year. That's how businesses go. You plan it quarterly. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna tell y'all 9 to 5 or something, man. I'll never dog y'all out. Most of my life, I've been a 9 to 5er. I've been trying to be an entrepreneur. This year has been my most successful year entrepreneur-wise. And I didn't even make that much money, but I made more money on my own than I ever have. I'm probably made about 50,000 this year. That's nothing, but that's very good, like with no boss. That's very good. I think I can double that next year. I think I can double that next year. I think I can more than double it next year. You know, and like I said, well, businesses that operates differently, and this shit is hard. That's what I want to say. I never dog no 9 to 5 out. This shit is hard. Sometimes I'll be feeling like saying, man, because it's like you got to keep pushing yourself, but ain't nobody there to push you. So if you don't have no discipline, it ain't gonna work out. Sometimes I have to push myself to do 16-hour days of editing, and I hate editing. Because if I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. And if I have a bad month, the next month I starve. Like I can't spend the way I want to spend because I didn't have a good December month. And I did what I was supposed to do, but it's something about, well, it ain't something about December. I already knew this, but December for my pages are not good. They don't like long form documentary pages in December, like long docs. They go for more short stuff. They go for shit that's advertiser friendly. I'm doing cap stories, roasting on people, calling them cokeheads and all that. That don't work good in December. But January, they always reward me in January. But yeah, I probably won't. Well, I ain't gonna say probably. I'm not gonna see y'all till next year, which ain't no big deal. But y'all be safe. I don't know how y'all celebrate. I I don't know how y'all celebrate y'all New Year's. Me, I have a Airbnb that's on the river. Oh, they lied about the Airbnb. But the one good thing about it is it's on the river. So I'm just gonna watch the fireworks. I'm gonna be working as soon as I get off here. I'm about to go in to finish writing and editing this Meat Mill joint. I ain't going nowhere. I got some friends out here too. I got some friends from Vietnam that's out here. I don't really feel like meeting nobody, meeting up or doing anything tonight. I'm just gonna be in the crib working, watching the fireworks from home. I don't really give a fuck about no. I'm falling out of those like party years and wanting to do all that. I missed this year. I can party next year. That is what it is. But fuck, it's been so long. I forgot. I ain't got no water. It's been so long. I ain't got no water. It's been so long. I forgot to get some water, man. That's how long it's been. It is what it is. But y'all, I appreciate y'all. Let me see who I still got it here. Thank y'all for Pete Morton. I appreciate y'all for having this conversation with me or listening to me. Y'all like family to me. You know what I mean? Just to end this whole conversation, I don't like that shit what happened with Floyd, because people don't know the difference between a black person that's traveling and a passport, bro. So I don't like that. It makes all of us look bad. I'm not gonna let it, I'm never gonna let it make me feel some type of way, because now what niggas is trying to do, niggas is trying to say anybody that's traveling and got a passport, something is wrong. I dare any one of you YouTubers to ever try to use that angle at me. I don't care who you are. I spoke against this passport bro shit a long time ago. And I still don't have a problem telling y'all a mature black man that's sophisticated got a passport. And ain't nothing wrong with traveling. There's people that like seeing other places. There's people that want to get away from that rat race in America. You got military people, you got all kinds of people. And then you got people that's traveling just to meet women. I ain't never been that second one. I'm that first one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna make nobody make me feel bad from traveling. Black people, you need to see this world. Just don't go to other countries trying to be with underage girls. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, I do be talking. I gotta say this. I'm a fair dude too. I'm a fair dude because when I went to Brazil, I went with a girl from Chile. I still have those live streams up, but they unlisted. I did a live stream on my page when I was in Brazil. A girl that I was fucking in New York wanted to meet in Brazil, and she knew Portuguese, and we met in Brazil. We had a good time. I did get into an argument with her, and she ended up going home early. That's something else. But while we was there, same shit. Several times while I was with her, little girls and little kids was trying to get at me. Several times. I could count 3 times. And I didn't know what was going on because they was looking at me kind of weird, and I was uncomfortable. She was telling me they're trying to sell themselves to you. And I was like, yo, that's sick, right? The purpose I'm bringing this up is I'm fair. When I first heard about it, I said, you know what? He might have got caught up in something and got set up. Don't think that you can't get set up in some of these other countries, man. It happens all the time. Don't think you can't get set up. I'm saying that it won't happen to me because I don't put myself in those type of situations. Like, what the fuck would I be doing having a 14, 15-year-old? What the fuck is that? Okay, you gotta be careful. Sometimes these little rats jump out of you. What the fuck would I be doing with a 14, 15-year-old in my hotel room anyway? Even if it didn't get to the point of having sex, what the fuck would she be doing in my hotel or Airbnb anyway? But they set people up like that. Like, I've heard and seen this, not seen it, but I've heard it. When you got boots on the ground, you hear stories like this of dudes. But the whole thing, you still have to question whether y'all had sex or not. What are you doing with a 15 and 14-year-old in your hotel room anyway to get set up like that? So I'm saying all this to say, when I first heard the story, I'm like, well, maybe this dude got set up. I'm not like a lot of y'all. When I hear one of us that got caught in some trouble, the first thing that'll come to my head ain't, oh, this nigga guilty. I don't think like that. That's how white people think. I try to give us the reasonable doubt because I realize something about my folks. If we don't give people the reasonable doubt, nobody else gonna do it. I don't hear nobody like talk like that online. That's for me. Say it again. If we don't give each other a reasonable doubt, ain't nobody else gonna give us a reasonable doubt. The moment I saw, it was 2 things that I saw. I saw when they ran in his spot, he didn't put up no type of defense like that. I'm talking about verbally. I'm not talking about physically. He wasn't on some like, hey, what y'all talking about? I don't know what's going on. He wasn't on nothing like that. He wasn't on nothing like that. And there's another part that I couldn't give him the reasonable doubt. When I saw them puppets, I couldn't give him the reasonable doubt after that. You know what I mean? First, it was the not like it was the no big verbal defense. It was like, all right, here I am. It was like they was coming to get Pablo Escobar. Like, you come to get Pablo Escobar, he know where you come to arrest him. He ain't gonna, you selling drugs. He gonna be like, what? Drugs? What do you talk about? He not gonna be like that. He gonna be like, all right, y'all got me. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was. It was like, it was too, okay, I'm surrendering. It was too much like that. I ain't did nothing illegal on none of these parts. You send the cops at me, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the, for what? Oh man, you have to show me some proof of that. I ain't did nothing like that. That's how I'm gonna be. You got the wrong person. You didn't hear nothing like that from him. You heard nothing like that from him. It was like, it was like, all right. I don't want no problems here. I'm in another country and you recording? I see a camera. There's no way I'm saying, look, I ain't do nothing. They set me up, straight up. They set me up. You didn't see none of that. I'm not laughing because it's really not funny. That puppet shit, when you figure out why he had them puppets, there's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about that. But once I saw them puppets, I couldn't give him the reasonable doubt. I didn't feel comfortable giving him the reasonable doubt. And when I put that together about how he didn't fight back and how he didn't say nothing, and it was just like take him away, you know, that's fucked up. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I already told y'all about one passport, bro, that I'm actually the one that exposed him. I'm the one that told everybody that he got banned from out here. And then they went and did their research and found out that the dude was a sexual offender. But wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for me. I was the one that was like, yo, I'm not fucking with that dude. Y'all gonna kick it with that dude. Something weird about him. And Thailand banned him from going here. So y'all, I don't know what it was. You know, so I told y'all about him. I ain't gonna lie to y'all and tell y'all ain't a few other weirdos. I've been out here with these niggas. Something ain't right about them. You can look in their eyes. You can look in their eyes and see something wrong with this person. Everything ain't there. You could look in their eyes and see it. So I'm gonna tell you just like this. He probably, I ain't gonna say probably, I know he ain't the only one. I done met some of these dudes. It's a real nasty vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I don't really fuck with Patia. Because it's like, there's no way them niggas and me should be able to say we had sex with the same girl. No way. No possible way. That's why I don't be over there chilling with them. You ask anybody, I don't be in Patia. It's been a while since I've been in Patia. I'll go down there, you know? But it's more of them. It's more of them. But I'm just gonna say this, because I don't have no reason. That's why I did it on this page. If I was really trying to send out a message, I did it on my main page. Y'all that's been following me know I spoke against this a long time. I don't want to be grouped with them dudes, and I'm not nothing like them dudes. But I don't want to deter black men from traveling, because at some point Babylon is gonna be gone. So don't let them niggas deter you from traveling, you know. And there's some weirdos out here, and some weird passport bros. But I'm gonna say the majority of them ain't that weird. But there's a good amount of them that I can see them being that weird. But I'm gonna say the majority of them ain't that weird. They weird, they awkward. Definitely weird and awkward, right? But I wouldn't go as far as saying they all the way that weird, you know? But just realize it's regular black men out there traveling, seeing different worlds, becoming a good example for us. There's no place that I went where I wasn't a good example for us, period. And that goes whether how nice I was, you know, even some of the Airbnb reviews I get. I had one woman put on there, I didn't know what to expect from him. He was very clean, very nice, and he's welcome here ever again. I mean, welcome here anytime. And I get stuff like that. In the bed, I've been representing for black men. I've been representing for black people, period. You know what I'm saying? My unique style, I just showed out for us. I've left a good impression of black men almost anywhere I went. Some of them, like, it's a whole bunch of Russians probably in Vietnam that's jealous of me or whatever. I don't give a fuck about them. But outside of that, I've left a good impression for us anywhere I went. You know, this was a phase for me. I was afraid of traveling overseas. I'm glad I did it. If I have a kid one day, yes, if. especially if I have a son. I don't know about if I have a daughter, I'll be like this. But if I have a son, I'm going to tell him it's going to be part of his rite of passage. Whether I got to pay for it out of my pocket, I'm going to send him to an international school. After high school, I'm going to send him to an international school. And I think it should be a rite of passage for black people to spend 1 year abroad or in another country. Yeah, notification live. That don't work over here. We professionals over here. We professionals over here, notification live. You do that to the new people. You don't just for that, just because he said that, I'm gonna make sure I go over 5 minutes, then I'm gonna end it. Just because he said I had to end it in 5 minutes. You don't tell me what to do, pale-faced demon. You don't tell me what to do on my page. You don't tell me what to do. Nigga. I'm gonna go 5 extra minutes just because you talk like that. But what was the point I wanted to make? Yeah, don't be deterred from traveling, man. I think, what you think about that, P. Morton, in your opinion? I think rites of passage for us, I think the girls you got to be a little bit different with. I understand that. You know, I'm already thinking like the mind of a father. I guess I got baby fever. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, I've been having baby fever. I ain't even gonna front. I'm trying to get rid of it. I don't know how to get rid of it. If any of y'all know how to get rid of baby fever, please. I forgot. If y'all don't know what baby fever means, because some of y'all dumbasses, gotta watch your words on it. Baby fever is a feeling of a man who wants to be a father. That's what baby fever is. It ain't no Floyd shit where you want to be with a 6-year-old, right? Baby fever, you can look it up. That's what baby fever means, right? But I don't know about for the daughter, but I know for a son, I would want him to spend a year overseas. I think that should be a rites of passage, just to see how it is, live in another country, so you can see. I'm telling you, it's gonna open you up, man. I really thought that I had a high level of intelligence, and I mean, I did have a high level of intelligence, but I really do feel like I jumped leaps and bounds living overseas, and I understand white people more. I really thought I knew the tricks and schemes white people was doing into our country. And until you go somewhere else and live in another country and see what they do in other countries, you don't have no idea. Some of y'all military niggas know, but you don't have no idea how far this shit goes. You ain't got no idea how far it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see. Has it been 5 minutes since he left that comment? I was lucky and unlucky to grow up overseas due to my dad's job. I didn't have stateside roots, but it made it easier to leave the States when it was time. Oh, so you grew up like this. I see what you're saying, lucky and unlucky, because you probably felt out of touch with your community. You know what I mean? Because you wasn't raised consistently with the community. That's why I gather from what you're saying. I can see that. That's kind of sort of like how Kobe Bryant was. But I don't know what his father did. I think his father, when he became of age, I think he moved back to Philly and made him start playing at yeah, that's what his father did. Because his father, that's how Kobe was raised. Kobe wasn't really raised in the States. At some point, his father brought him back to the States, and I think his father made him play in the hood to get that American grimy basketball type play that he got. Because he definitely in tune with our community, but you can tell part of him ain't though, because he was raised overseas. So I gather that's what you mean when you say lucky and unlucky, having to grow up overseas. And I figure your parents sound like you're a military baby. So yeah, you got the best of both worlds though, man. You had the best of both worlds. So actually, you don't, since you've always been overseas, you kind of don't really, I ain't gonna say you don't see it the way I see it, but that's been your whole life. A lot of these niggas don't really know what's going on because they never even, I'm one of them niggas. I've been to other countries, but I've never been overseas. Like I've been to Mexico and Canada don't count. But I've been to Mexico and Canada. I grew up right next door to Canada, so I've been to Canada many times. Then I lived in LA for 15 years, so I've been to Mexico many times. That really don't count to me. You see what I'm saying? But like overseas, that's when you really get to learn like your decision making changes. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's like certain shit that you'll knock somebody the fuck out in America. You realize you can't do that in another country because it ain't gonna go over well. It ain't gonna go over well, you know. I had I think we almost close to that 5 minutes because you said my shit gonna shut down. But some of y'all may remember this story, but I had a white guy in uh, uh, Rayong. I had a white guy in Rayong, American white, old, nasty, stank, urine smelling white guy come up to me and offer me watermelons, right? So we know what he's trying to do. It took everything in me not to knock his ass out. I told my boy the story, and he said, no, you did the right thing, because he said he was trying to set you up because he was old. You probably would have gave him a concussion, and the Thai folks would have tried to put you in jail because they wouldn't have understood it. They'd have been like, yo, he offering you food, and you knock him out. That's this type of stuff that them pale-faced demons do. Demonic. They might have got a younger guy with that, because I ain't gonna front. Part of me wanted to knock his ass out, but something told me, man, just I did one of those and spit near him. It didn't hit him, but I spit real close to him. Got out of there, but I wanted to knock his ass out. I probably would have went to jail, because to them, it would have looked like this guy's offering you watermelon. Then you had to go into the whole history of what the watermelon is, and they might not have understood that. It's just those people are demonic, man. They're a very demonic group of people, man. And even you minding your business, they'll still fuck with you, you know. And I'm just trying to live this world out. I'm trying to do what God told me to do, and be fruitful and multiply. And then after this life, I don't want to be around them. I don't want to see one of them ever again after this life. And that might sound harsh to say, but they fuck with me, even when I don't fuck with them. And I don't, like, if it was up to me, I would be somewhere where I don't ever see one of them again. They don't know how to leave me alone, and they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not smart, they try to set you up, like that dude tried to do. He's trying to set me up. Why not just leave me alone? I'm not bothering you. Why not just, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that, you know? He said, I was back in the States from 13 to 28. I quickly figured out this shit ain't it. The less you make, the more you get taxed. Had to figure out a better way. Yeah, that tax stuff is real crazy. And see, that's another thing. Like, I ain't gonna tell all my business. Let me shut up. But when you travel and you can open up stuff in other countries, you find ways of being able to get past that, because that tax shit ain't cool. Yeah, like a lot of people, some of y'all ain't never made over $10,000 in one time. They take the majority of that. A $10,000 check, you lucky if you see 5,500 of it. 10,000 though, they took damn near half of your shit. You know, so me personally, I'm willing to accept no income tax as reparations. I'll be totally fine with that. Patrice O'Neal was the one who came up with that idea, so I'm not gonna say that that's my idea, but that's something so small that will help us out a lot. We don't even need to be asking for no 40 acres and a mule. We really need to be fighting for no income tax. That's what we really need to be fighting for, no income tax. The niggas that's smart gonna know what that means and know what to do with it, and it's gonna bring a lot of business to our community, because these white people be trying to get away with that too. So it's like some of these white people will be investing in our community just to not even have to pay the income tax. It was really a genius idea by Patrice O'Neal, right? But I don't know. I said this a long time ago. I feel like we're gonna get reparations when right before the economy fuck up and the dollar ain't gonna be worth nothing. That's the way them demons move. I really do feel like that. I feel like they gonna finally, because it's on paper. It's not like we're like asking for some ludicrous stuff. No, they put this on paper. It's supposed to be given to us. It's on paper. They'll tell you need to pay your bills. You know what? Let me stop talking, because I can go on hours and hours talking about them. It's so disingenuous. Liars. So disingenuous. You know. But I really do think they're gonna do that soon. And just like if you read their story and you know what type of people they are, not all of them. I don't have a problem with all white people. But you know how they move. They're the type to give us reparations, and right after that, knowing the economy about to tank. And I think that's gonna happen one day. But I really don't think we need to fight for all that money. I really do need to think we need to just fight for no income tax. That y'all don't understand what that would do to the community. It sounds like something small, but it ain't. If these devils ever to agree to that, it's definitely over and it's time to move. Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, bills take a long time to get passed. Just the fact that it's a couple bills in a couple states being talked about, that lets you know in the next 20, 30 years there's at least a chance. because now the bills, before they wouldn't even talk about it. Before they didn't even want to talk about it. They'll give people, they gave the Israelis reparations, and we didn't have nothing to do with the Holocaust. We didn't have nothing to do with that. We paying people that ain't go through nothing because of us, right? You know, the whole thing about it is they created, which is the one thing that I don't side with that whole FBA ADOS movement. The only thing I don't side with them is I'm not no American worshiper either. I'm proud of what my ancestors did, you know, and creating what they did for me, but I'm not proud of my country. Now I like to see it burn too, you know. That ain't changed. That ain't gonna never change, you know. But anyway, he said that's why they're letting Trump run up the credit card right now. Yeah. Well, America's on his fourth quarter. That's a fact. You ain't got to believe that. It's on his fourth. Really? Because of AI, I'm going to say the world, period, is in its fourth quarter. The world's going to always be here. But it's reset several times. And I think we only years away from another a reset where pretty much Earth gets rid of all humans and starts over again. Or Most High, or whatever you want to call it. I think I think, you know, in the next 100 years that's gonna happen, which is a short time when you're talking about life and shit. You know, we may not live to see it, but I think we in the beginning patterns. We in the beginning patterns of that shit happen. Maybe 50 years, it may be shorter than that. But I'm very confident that we in the beginning stages of just a worldwide, because America got the world so much on the hold with the dollar and all that. America's gonna make sure when America falls, the world falls too. That's how them people are. You think that America's just gonna let and not us as Americans, the people that run that country. You think they're just gonna let America fall, and they ain't gonna make these other countries fall with them? No, man. They the type, they might try to get rid of the world just because America's falling, you know. And it's gonna happen. Every country falls. It's gonna happen. But yeah, we in the fourth quarter right now. It's a lot of stuff going on. I can't talk about it in one stream. I'm just gonna say this. I find it highly odd that these third world countries are not leaning. They're jumping into cryptocurrency, and they're making their citizens adapt to it. Vietnam, you can look it up. Vietnam closed their citizens' accounts and repurposed it and gave it back to them in cryptocurrency. They're and this is a third world country. We're not even doing it. These are third world countries doing it. Something with that. Thailand too. They got a cryptocurrency thing going on. In fact, Thailand jumped in it. In fact, Thailand is telling you, if you come out here and trade in cryptocurrency, we won't capital gains you. We'll give you a flat rate. We'll give you, look, man, after I do this YouTube, after I really start making some, don't think I ain't found ways to get out of, you know, let me shut up. Everything ain't meant for online. I ain't no YN. Go on here and start talking some stupid shit. But I find it highly odd that these third world countries are forcing cryptocurrency on them. He said it's globalism. All the economies and dollars are tied together. Mostly, to a degree. But BRICS is definitely working on changing that. But you're right, most of this stuff is tied to the dollar. The Thai baht is tied to the dollar. And the Thai baht, yeah, it is what it is, man. This shit, once you see this world, it can make you depressed. Because it's like, where do I go to get away from this bullshit that they pulling? Ain't too many places. It ain't too many places. All that I can ask for the Most High is, when my time is done, don't put me around. I ain't gonna say don't put me around these people, whatever, man. I don't want to be around a system like this. I don't. I just hope this is the last time I have to go through anything like this. Because I know our lives, when our lives end, that's not the end of our existence. It's just the end of your life. You know what I mean? I don't want to be around them anymore after this. I don't. They did a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage, man. And it's like, I don't know, some of them may be offended with me talking like this. I don't give a fuck. What, me and my people supposed to suffer so you can live all right and I'm supposed to not talk about it? I'm Black American. I'm not African. I'm a fighter. I'm not gonna go behind y'all kissing y'all ass or nothing like that. Y'all be doing the same thing. Y'all white people watching this and all that. If you was in the position that I was in and you saw a group of people fucking your people over, you'd be just like me, or you a coward. I'm not no coward, and I'm not none of these other YouTube creators looking like us, hating on us. I ain't none of them. I ain't none of them Sambos. I ain't none of them. My community ain't perfect, but I don't get a rise out of dogging out black women like them passport bros do. You know, I do my little bit of complaining here and there, but I know that they still a reflection of me. I ain't got the best relationship with my mom, but that's still my mother. Same thing I feel about black women. That's exactly how I feel about my mom is how I feel about black women. Sometimes I get angry and mad, but that's still a part of me. I ain't got the best relationship with them, but I love my people, you know? But anyways, let me go ahead and get out of here and get to writing. And I'm trying to time it to where I sleep through New Year's. I don't think I will because of the fireworks. I'm right on the river. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep through it. I would, like, if I could sleep through it, I would like to sleep through it. I don't want to be up during New Year's. Also, if y'all ain't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I love to, like Naja. I don't know if Naja's still on here. I believe I seen Naja on Instagram. I think I talked to her on Instagram. Could swore I did. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, add me on Instagram, Twitter, and I appreciate y'all, family. I'll see y'all next time. We're going to be doing some more live streams like this. I don't care if it's 10 of y'all in here. I enjoy, especially the recognizable names. If you're not recognizable, you're still welcome to come on here and I start recognizing your name. But I feel very like P. Morton, Naja, Vinny was in here for a moment. Who else? It's a few people in here. I just want to let y'all know it warms my heart when I see y'all names in there because y'all like YouTube family to me. So I'm going to see y'all next time. And y'all be safe for, I almost said Halloween. Y'all be safe for New Year's. Moxie out.